I reckon it'll be 4-2 to United. Up the Reds, up the Trevor Paddock. Come on!
Backa campione per Sunderland Old Trafford. I mean, they always make it hard for themselves against in teams, but I don't keep things going for 2-1 win United. Up the win, up the Paddock.
Hi guys, this is Sandman the Red, and this is my predicted lineup for tomorrow's match against Sunderland. Now I have zero confidence. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have zero confidence. I'm waiting to take this out right now. But I think this is how the team's gonna line up. Again, not what I want, but I think this is how they're gonna line up. So prediction-wise, my prediction is 2-1 Sunderland, unfortunately, but I think that's how it's gonna end up. I don't want to delude myself and get disappointed. So 2-1 Sunderland. I think this is how the team's gonna line up. And yeah, bring it on.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe, that's Ronaldo Brown, that is Finn, that is Tom. This is the watch-along, Manchester United versus Sunderland, 3 o'clock kickoff, not even on telly, because sometimes, the revolution won't be televised when Amorim gets sacked. Well, right, let's get into that first of all.
We're not on telly.
Let's get into that first of all. How big is this game, Ronnie? How big is it?
Judging by all the reports, it's not that big in terms of where it sways.
No, well that's good. I hope it isn't.
Yeah. So it's just a big game in terms of feel-good factor within the squad, and just after the loss against Brentford, which felt like a little bit of a watershed moment for a lot of the fan base, if you follow that up with a poor result to a newly promoted team at home, for what is an environment that's already looking very sour, it can only just get worse then, because it does feel like, because a lot of the questions throughout the week has been whether Amorim's job is tenable, and then with an international break coming up, a poor result today, and then it's going to be a bit of an arduous 2 weeks also talking about whether he should stay or go, and whatever decisions made is going to be like received negatively by someone in the fan base, because I feel like there's a little bit of a split where people still want the managers to get to at least January or maybe even the whole season, and then there's some that want him out now. So, but I just think it's just a game.
Where do you stand?
Where do I stand? I think it's not tenable, to be honest with you. I feel like because to me, I think whether we win or lose today, I don't think that really moves the needle much in my head. It's just more, because it does feel like whenever we do win games anyway, it's more so of a false stone almost, like the Chelsea. You just don't know whether United are going to follow it up with a poor result, and that's just factual anyway, because we actually haven't won back-to-back games in the Premier League. So when you do win one, you're thinking we're probably not going to win the other. So but yeah, I just think it's just important to actually get points on the board, because I think you dropping points against Brentford, against Sunderland, before you know it, the season becomes a very difficult look.
Finn, your thoughts? We'll get into the team news in a second, but just your quick thoughts on the moment that Man United found themselves in.
Yeah, pretty similar, to be honest. It just feels like he is swimming against the current, and despite whatever the result is today or in kind of any of these games, it doesn't feel like the long-term outlook really changes, because the wins, when they come, and we know how rare they are, most of the time it still feels like the football is unsustainable. It doesn't really feel like a positive 3 points today really changes anything in the long-term outlook. And for me, I agree with Ronnie. I think we've reached a point where it is untenable, and change needs to happen.
You think?
And I don't want to say what that change is, but change clearly needs to happen.
We'll get into that in a minute. Tom?
Well, I think
everyone laying out their sort of current perspective.
Put it on the table.
Yeah.
So I've been quite forgiving of Amorim, and not so much Amorim as a manager personally, but just this chapter of Man United where I don't think my patience has been just based on kind of a blind hope. There have been things that have changed over the past 18 months or so that you've seen off the pitch that are positive. And if the curtain closes on Amorim now, I do think another manager comes into a better situation with a a team off the pitch that, whilst they may have made some mistakes, are actually trying to fix this situation. I know it's they have made some errors. I do think there's we've started to look at things like the wage bill and the makeup of the squad and move players out. But yeah, I think it's tricky because after that Chelsea game, you really needed to look at them 2 fixtures and say it's got to be 9 points on the board. At some point, you have to show that no matter what's happening, no matter where we're at, if we are a team that right now just need to look at getting back up the table, you still need to be able to put back-to-back results together. The Brentford game was difficult, not because of the result. There were some bad decisions in the game. Obviously, we can talk about that. That's happened before. It was the fact that for the first 20 minutes, we just weren't ready for Brentford, and we've seen that all before. And you just with no European football going out of the Carabao Cup, you've got a chance there to prepare for this game after the Chelsea result when it's so important to start to put some momentum together, and that's how you start the game. I think that's been probably the most damning few minutes of Amorim's tenure so far. I don't know what that means for the bigger picture. I don't know. As we say, it sounds like he's safe for now, which in some ways is a good thing because you don't want crisis everywhere. You can't play in a constant crisis.
Yeah.
But I do think that the point comes where no matter what people want to do, no matter what people's long-term ambitions are for this manager and the project, a situation becomes too toxic where you say, actually, this is not really possible to get out of this.
Yeah.
And I suppose we're either, some people say we're in it, if we're not, we're nearing it.
Very close.
Yeah.
It's funny when Tom
cool.
said you can't always play in a crisis. It always feels like I thought about the was it the Mick McCarthy meme?
You can.
You can.
Well, the problem is United have been playing in a crisis for years in a row. Let's get into the team list first and then we'll come back to this. So here's the lineup today. We've got Lomans making his debut in goal today. Then the back three, we've got Shaw, Delict and Yoro. Across the middle, we have got Dallo, Fernandez, Casemiro and Ahmad coming back in. Both of them two on the right hand side there, missing the last game. Then Mount and Burmo in behind Benjamin Cesco. So some obvious sort of absentees there. No Dorgu, no Cunha. Other than that, I think, Mainu isn't playing, but I don't think many of us expected him to start, even if we'd like him to. Let's start with Lomans, because that's the big one, isn't it? He's, £21 million? He's coming in almost out of a kind of necessity rather than, being, I think the manager doesn't seem hugely keen on bringing him in, but you can't keep playing Bayindir, can we, Tom?
No, but I think possibly having to... It would have been ideal to go for a proven senior player. That didn't come about, so you're bringing in a young player from playing in the Belgian league. I understand why you might want to protect. Was it what was the first game? Would it have been the Etihad? Have I got that right? Or was it?
Yeah.
I can understand, not wanting to throw him straight in. Also, you don't want to throw Bayindir under the bus. He's part of your squad for the foreseeable, and if something goes wrong, you're going to have to rely on him. So you need to protect him as well. I think last week Bayindir didn't make a horrific howler, did he? But there was a couple of, I don't know, I think he just needed an opportunity, didn't he? He needed an opportunity to change, and it's come, home to Sunderland. This is the best time to do it, and it needed to happen.
Finn, what do you make of the team?
Yeah, I think, it could be a lot worse. I think, obviously, I'd always want Kobbie Mainoo to be starting, which I think we've come to accept under Amorim for, whatever reason. That's not, he doesn't see him as an ideal fit in that midfield too, and I think that speaks to wider issues in the system and the way Amorim wants us to play football. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think Mount and Mbeumo in the number 10 positions are going to complement Cesco well. Good to see Yoro back in the starting 11. And Lomans, I think it's been long overdue that he starts. I completely understand the argument for easing him in and not throwing him in the deep end. But equally, when results aren't going your way, I think at the end of the day, play your best players. And no matter how good Lomans is, I do find it hard to believe that he's not going to be an upgrade on Bayindir. I'm quite happy with the lineup.
Yeah. Ronnie, same question.
I think this lineup, other than Cooney obviously not playing, he's probably thought there's some sort of, maybe it's a physical issue, or maybe he does seem to like Mount in terms of what he brings off the ball. But other than that, it's probably as strong as we could have gone. Luke Shaw's not really pulled up trees in his past couple of performances, which haven't helped. Yoro's obviously come back into the fold. His Dorgu's come out. I think people have been a little bit critical of him as well. But there's enough in that team to get a result for me. And I was half expecting. I think there's a little bit of respect being shown to Sunderland because they've had a decent start. But I'm excited to see what Lomans can bring, because I've been saying for weeks, I don't think Bayern is it, and I do agree with everyone that says when a keeper is quite poor and is quite shaky, that does kind of emanate to the rest of the team, because it is an important position. But I think the midfield of Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, because there's a lot of talk about Bruno's performances in that area, will be somewhere to have a bit of an eye on as well. But I think there's enough in that to get a result. I would have liked to have seen Mainoo playing, of course, as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it makes sense, doesn't it? I know we would like to see Mainoo play, but I think Casemiro and Fernandes seems to be his first choice when everyone's fit, doesn't it? And I get that. I also think Mount is quite a good idea. I think someone who can win the ball back high up the pitch, keep the ball well. I think he's looked a lot better this season as well. We sort of see more like what you think Mason Mount is. I know he's not been getting loads of, goals and assists and stuff, but I think when you watch him this season, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of what I remember from Chelsea, rather than up until now it's been obviously in and out with injury. I actually quite like that. Dalot at left back is a weird one. I don't really get that. That worries me. Him and Luke Shaw, whatever they're going to get up to over on that side, could be an absolute nightmare. But other than that, a lot of it makes sense. I'm glad to see Yoro back in. Not quite sure why he didn't play the last 2 games or didn't start the last 2 games. But Lomans, yeah, we have to see him. Because let's not forget, Bayern was here all last season and he never played him. He played him 4 times last season. So it's not like Bayern was our first choice keeper and then he's having to kind of be so bad that he drops below our second. Bayern was already our second choice. And then he's been awful.
Amorim doesn't fancy him. That's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him there.
And he was also second choice behind another goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was making loads of mistakes last season. Yeah. So it's not like he was like, oh God, can't believe having to turn our back on Binder after all he's done for the club. You're like, he's played about 12 games and made a calamitous mistake in about 5 and had iffy games in another 4 more.
Even when he's not making like an outrageous mistake, you can just see that the defence does not feel comfortable and secure, especially defending corners and set pieces. He's not really a physical presence. He's what, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, he's massive.
Until recently, I thought he was like 6'2".
Yeah,
because he just doesn't feel like a presence.
It's weird that, isn't it? And also, I know I've mentioned this a lot, but he's 27, so he's not a young. I know that's not old for a keeper, but he's not a young kid who's going to change drastically. You're sort of entering your peak even as a keeper at 27. So I think you get what you're going to get with him. Obviously, Lomans, I'm not expecting him to be Thibaut Courtois. I know that's who he gets compared to in terms of his sort of stature and just zoomed out looking on the telly, he kind of looks like him a bit, and they're both Belgian. But I'm not expecting him to be that, and because he 22, 23, there is some years to improve. He is new to the league. He is new to that top level football. So I'm excited to see him.
I think,
and even if he's not world class straight away, I feel more encouraging giving him chances than buying just more and more chances for no real reason.
I think there was it might have been before the Brentford game. There was a stat where Bayern had conceded 13 goals out of like 20 shots on target. Or something crazy like that. I think he's got a 50% save percentage, which is the lowest of any goalkeeper that's started 5 or more games in the league this season. So, and again, save percentage is like win percent. It doesn't tell the full story. It doesn't, in it, because you don't.
You can't, especially 6 games into a season. You might have faced 15 shots on target that were just
they're all
really good.
They're all right in front of you.
Yeah, if 4 of them are penalties, you're not going to save them. But from what we've seen,
Edison
they aren't all like that.
At the back end, the wrong end of them kind of stats.
He was, but he was so world class at the other end that he was a valuable asset. Whereas now,
in a much better team.
Yeah, in a much better team. Let me go through Sunderland's team as well. Have they got their old badge back? They're using their old badge on their picture. Anyway, not that it matters. Just for the away kit, apparently. There you go. Roofs.
Another really good young keeper.
Roofs. How are we saying it?
Been doing well,
I think that's right. Roofs.
Yep. Hume. Mukiele. Is that
dodgy area?
Hume. Is that Mukiele used to play in the Bundesliga? Nordi Mukiele is his name.
No, he played for PSG, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Leipzig.
So it might have been him. Let's have a look.
Leipzig and PSG. That you can search that.
It is Nordi Mukiele.
You're allowed to Google that one.
It is Nordi Mukiele. Yeah, it's who I thought it was. I think he used to play in the Bundesliga
PSG and
for
Leipzig.
RB Leipzig. There we go. And they got him from PSG, but he was on loan at Leverkusen last season. Alderete, who got 17 points on my bench in fantasy last week, which was gutting. So I don't like him.
I think I've had Rodon on my bench since the start of the season, and every week I look down on the bench, he's like 8 points Rodon, 7 points Rodon. I'm like, what's going on? What are these up to?
You know what I mean? Then we've got Masuaku, who obviously formerly of West Ham, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Granit Xhaka, don't even need to say anything about him. We'll come back to him in a bit. Siddiqui, Lafi, Traore, Adingra, and Isidore as well.
Lafi?
He was the
Hot property
Yeah.
a few years ago, playing for Nice.
Was he?
Yeah.
Not
I never
so
thought he would
easy.
have. They played Lorient. They played in like an orange kit.
Enzo Lafi. Yeah, something like that.
So there's the Sunderland
Adingra
team.
from Brighton.
It's a decent team.
Yeah.
They've started well this season. I think they were, what were they, 6th before the start of the weekend? Let me just double check that. But they're doing well.
I think
They've come in and they've done, and Leeds have looked to a similar degree, or to a similar amount, better than what we've seen from promoted teams in the last 2 or 3 seasons, haven't we? Straight away, there's more fight, there's more energy.
They've been staying in games.
No, I'm going to
Scored a lot
say
of late goals, haven't they?
Points on the board.
I feel like newly promoted teams always do their best in early.
Yeah.
They do.
Early in the season.
Southampton had 7 points after about 6 months last year.
But a couple of them, like Ipswich, had a great start. It's like they usually fall away for some reason, like as the season goes on.
Because they really, really want to make a statement opening. And
Yeah,
prove a point.
but 11 points from 6 games. Obviously, they could have a bad couple of months now and still not be cast adrift as the way Sunderland, the way Southampton were last season.
I think their squad is at probably a higher level than many of the more recently promoted teams. I think they feel to me like more of a Premier League level squad.
Yeah.
So I don't see them falling away as much as other teams have.
And also, I think the lower teams that have been doing well in the Premier League have had their what do you say? They've had their team decimated a little bit by the top teams. It's been a bit of a food chain somewhere.
They've got stronger.
Do you know what I mean? Where obviously Cooney being taken from Wolves and you're taking Bumo and Wissa from Brentford. I think those teams lower down, Kudu's being taken from West Ham to Tottenham. So I think some teams have been weakened in and around that kind of relegation zone area.
Still beat us.
So there's an opportunity.
Yeah, everyone beats us. Let's not get into
Do
that.
you know what? And Masuaku's starting. That's an area which I think we can target with Mbumo, because I think their starting left back, who's played really well, got sent off against West Ham, 3-match ban. So I think that's the only reason why he's playing. So hopefully we can target him.
Hopefully we can. I've got a few super chats. Drew P Balls, and then someone in the comments is going to go, "Oh, he got you." I know. Big Drew P Bollocks says Cesco may as well take a book while he's waiting for a cross that's never coming. The Portuguese Wally Dallo is about as much use as, well, let's not get into that, as Gene Hackman's balls. I would say, apologies, I would say he is having more shots, Cesco, than Hoyland did. I think he's averaging over 3 per game at the moment. He hasn't had loads of big chances, other than he sort of had 3 big chances in 1 goal last week, didn't he? So you couldn't have scored all 3 of them, but do you like what you've seen from Cesco so far, Ronaldo?
I think I've seen bits and pieces where I can tell there's a player there. It's just up to him to hone it, and that's been the kind of the talk of the town about Cesco for a couple of years now. He's got everything. It's just about whether he puts it all together consistently, and obviously mentality is another big factor. But I think I've seen some decent bits, but obviously you have to see more. You've got to see a bigger sample, because I remember Hoyland had a bit of a good start when he first came and kind of fell by the wayside. So it's also up to United and obviously the coach to kind of like put him in better situations and put players around and that kind of complementary to him as well. But I think I've seen enough that there's talent there.
He looks really sharp and efficient in the very small sample size I've seen of.
But you know, when you're a striker, you got to see goals in it.
Yeah. Especially these days, modern strikers. I know I talk about this all the time, but I feel like most, even high-level strikers, other than the top Haalands and Mbappes and players like that, they're not that great at football these days. The Wayne Rooney's and Aguero's and people like Francesco Totti, and there were players all over the world that were great footballers who also scored loads of goals.
They're midfielders now.
Well, exactly. They're probably high intensity, high pressing midfielders. Whereas now number 9s are typically above 6 foot and often well over 6 foot, big, quick, physical players who they're not even that Drogba style physical where they can dominate a centre back. They've got a role and they've got a touch and shot, but they're not big, heavy kind of piss off and I'm moving in. So I think strikers, when you watch them most of the time, you go, they were all right today, and then you look at the end of the season, you got 38 goals for him. How's he done that? Every game you can watch a Gyökeres or maybe even a Cesco, we'll see, and you think, yeah, he was all right, and then you look back at the end of the year and he's got world-class numbers. I think the game is just different for number 9s this generation, personally.
That being said, I do think that there was a lot of talk about Cesco being really technically unrefined, and I think he's actually kind of a much better technician than has been made out. I think in the tight spaces he does look comfortable on the ball. He's capable of good flick-ons and is able to bring his teammates into play a little bit. So I think we'll see more of that, and I think we haven't seen him play alongside Mount that often. Early in the season it kind of felt like either Mount plays or we play a striker in Cesco. And I think they'll be fairly complementary this game. So I really like what I've seen from him early on. Yeah,
I'm impressed without obviously having all of those goals to back it up properly, which we'll hopefully see very soon. I've got some more super chats as well. What have we got here? Sorry about this, I've got to scroll way back now. Miguel Garcia says, what's everyone's opinion on De Ligt being axed from the national team?
Coleman's not rated him for
he's never
for a while.
Him, yeah.
It's just taste and all. It's just taste, really.
And Coleman is notorious for, if he might decide he doesn't like it for no reason whatsoever, and there's not a lot you can do to change it. Everton fans said the same thing when he was there, and I think that's a well-known thing of. That's a lot. Southampton as well.
A lot of managers are like that.
True, but I think true. Yeah. But I think it seems with Coleman, people even who watch that team week in week out don't always know why he's done it. I think typically you can kind of get with Amorim why. What he didn't like about Rashford or
even if
he's a weird character.
He is a weird character.
I think he prefers De Vrij, so you got Ake as well.
Obviously Van Dijk.
Van de Ven.
Good save.
Van de Ven. They've got good centre backs, to be fair.
Yeah.
But Steve Doyle says setting up to fail again. Gallows is calling Ruben. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this formation system argument that we're seeing week in week out. Ronnie, first of all. Talk to me about the difference between a system and a formation, because I think that is like the first part of this hurdle that we need to navigate. When people are criticising Ruben Amorim's system, I think some people confuse that with you can't play 3 at the back in this league.
People conflate the two.
What is the difference, and why is it important that those two things are different?
A formation is literally just the framework. Obviously, a system. You can have a 3-4-3 or you can have a 4-3-3, but. 2 teams play 4-3-3, but they just play completely. They can play completely differently in terms of football. It's just like movements, patterns, and how they set up defensively, how they set up going forward, the positions that they put certain players in when you're actually doing like they call them movement patterns, how you build up from the back, how do the players move within that formation. It's all sorts. Like it's not. It's so like reductive to go. System is just 3 at the back. For example, Glasner plays the exact same formation as Amorim, but Palace play a completely different way. Yeah. Inter Milan play 3 at the back. It's just a completely different way.
And also, it's like Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp both played a similar formation. Their style of, or Pep Guardiola and Nuno at Forest. They're a similar formation, both 4 at the back, both 3 midfielders, but whatever.
I mean, all of our
entirely
managers,
different. Yeah, every manager we've ever had until this one played a rough example of 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, whatever you want to call it. They're not even remotely similar. Yeah. I think personally, what happens with Amorim is people, because he's got a 5 at the back, and that's an obvious, immediate difference that you can see. People go 5 at the back can't work. Mm-hmm. And they conflate formation and system because it's such an easy thing to look at. When realistically,
the obvious standout thing,
when realistically the system and what he does and what the players do is way more important, as you said, Ronnie, than just the formation, because there's a million variations of any formation. I just think that we need to see.
It's an easy stick to beat him with. It feels like the exact same as under Ten Hag when it was. United have got no identity. What's the style of play? And it was just reduced to that. Every pundit all the time. I don't know what their style of play is. Yeah. And it felt like that was, that was coming out every week.
Yeah. You get your little catchphrase slogan that is repeated and sort of perpetuated by people who don't really watch Man United. And obviously there's loads of problems with how we play, and you can put a lot of that on Amram if you want, and fair enough. But I think this whole thing of like the 3 at the back or the 5 at the back, whatever you want to call it, can't work, and because we play with 5, that's the whole problem. I just think, if you're in a league like Italy where 5 at the back was a lot more common, that you wouldn't be getting the same thing. It's because in England we play with 4 at the back. That's how you win things. That's what you do here. And because he's got this obvious difference, it's like, well, that must be the only thing that is losing him games then, just because he's got 1 extra centre back. I just think there's so many things within that need to change. And I think that's what he's saying as well when he talks about, you know, he wants the players to understand this before we start being creative and before we start changing. He's not saying he'll never change. He's saying, I'm not going to change because of the pressure from the outside until we have got it, until we get what I'm trying to say. Which by the sounds of it suggests that the players aren't playing exactly how he wants them to, which is a concern in and of itself. But I think that's a different concern to just 5 at the back can never work. I don't know. I know obviously there's lots of things to go into them. We don't all know the full details of what he's even telling the players. But I just think this whole thing of like, you know, while we play 3 at the back, no wonder we keep losing. I don't agree with that. Discombobulate says, I predict a strong first 20 minutes, 15 chances, 0 goals, and they score with their first shot on the game. Seriously though, Amram needs to get this right. That formula is something we've seen too much, isn't it? Way too much. We saw it against Arsenal pretty much. We saw it massively against Fulham. We saw it against Burnley. We saw it not necessarily against Brentford, they were a bit better, but we saw it against Chelsea, although we did actually happen to score in that game. Why do you think we start well and fade as the game goes on?
I think Amram has raised the fitness levels of the squad for sure with the pre-season. That's something he has done well. And also United now still have that luxury of no midweek games, no Europe. I think that's kind of contributed to some of the fast starts we have had where we started, but I don't think we even started Brentford that fast. So yeah, it's in some games we have, but not all, because the Brentford game seemed like we didn't. I don't know if that's to do with big away game at midday at an away ground. Sometimes that can, on a Saturday, that's usually sometimes a bit of a slip up game for some big teams. But I'd say that's why. And then when the game settles a little bit, it seems to be a little bit more of a slugfest and a bit more of a struggle. But I think we should start games fast, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think that should be a given. But I think I don't have an explanation beyond that, apart from fitness levels being good and United are training all week and then come out flying out the traps because you don't have midweek Europe games like some teams have had. So that's what makes it a little bit more annoying how we've started in the league, because I thought that would have been a massive help to us. Yeah. The fact that other teams around us like Tottenham, obviously like Forest, Villa, they've got Europe in a week, which should affect them in league games where we just focus on the league, and it's still not really been a benefit so far.
Do you remember the FIFA kickoff glitch? Where at the start of every game you could just score really easily and attack really easily. It feels like that, where because we like to play so direct and usually just hoof a ball over the top, I feel like it's harder for teams, opposition teams, to kind of set up to prepare for that early in games before they can settle and kind of find their structure and find their rhythm. So I think that suits us going ahead, not going ahead in terms of scoring because we don't, but going ahead and seeming like we've got momentum and seeming like we've got the upper hand. But it's important to implement a style that actually lets you dominate and sustain that pressure and control throughout the 90 minutes, which we don't see enough.
Can I be deluded for a minute? I mean, I get called this a lot, especially after every loss.
That's what we're here for, isn't it?
I want to paint an alternate version of this season so far. And all I'm going to use, right, is I'm not going to talk about formations. I'm not going to talk about, who should have passed it when, who shouldn't have done. I'm going to talk about 3 penalties. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. The first one against Fulham. Bruno Fernandes to put us in the lead in the first half. United had played it really well, controlling the game. I think it was to put us 2-1 up. Missed it.
1-0.
To put us 1-0 up, apologies. He missed it. From there, United sort of got that nervousness, everything got a little bit stretched. Fulham came back into the game, we ended up drawing that match. If we score that penalty, I think we win that game. The second one is Cooney against Grimsby in the Cup. If he scores that penalty, we win the game. Now, obviously, a lot of damage would still have been done by that performance, because for the first half, let's just be honest, Grimsby were the better team, and that is something that has to be analysed and scrutinised, and you can dig into that and dive into that all you want. That's fair enough. That's shocking. That can't happen. But winning that game is still so much better than losing it. So if Cooney scores that penalty through to the next round, we can analyse this, break it down, talk about how disgraceful that first half was.
Isn't that just a penalty shootout?
But it's forgotten about.
No, but you're not guaranteed a penalty to win the match in a penalty shootout.
It's like I actually think that, when people say if Bruno scored his pen, or if did we miss a pen against? It was Fulham.
The Fulham one was the first one.
You have no idea whether Bruno scores a pen and then we just concede 2 goals after.
Of course,
anyway. Because the way the universe works, you never know what.
I didn't paint this picture.
The Cooney one we can be more certain of, because that would have won us the game. So
yes,
there's no recovering from that. The third one is against Brentford last week. That's a red card.
How?
I don't understand how. Everyone said it was a red card. Dermot Gallagher said it was a red card. If that's a red card and Bruno scores that, I am almost certain.
I feel like that was a bit more. I won't even
say we win it. I'll just say 77 minutes is 2-2, we get a result there. We would have 3 more points in the league, which would put us about 8th, and we would still be in the cup. And all of a sudden, that is a season where, we need to improve, but the manager he might lose today and get sacked. That's genuinely how bad it is. Is there a question here that...
So your thing is, he's still had his issues and he's not been great, Amarim, since he's been in, but he's also had it compounded by if the 50-50 things not going his way as well.
That's the thing.
I think
they're not 50-50 things. They're
80-20
things, and they're not going his way.
But I would say, of course, you're not going to win every game in a perfect manner.
Yeah.
And, some of the best teams, a sign of a good team is being able to win when you're not playing football well, and when it feels like you're not performing how you want to. But at the same time, you create your own luck. And if your results are consistently being decided by these moments where it feels like 50-50 or 80-20, or a moment of luck where it's kind of on the edge, then I think that speaks to the fact that you're not playing consistent, sustainable football.
I agree.
So I think even if those small, fine margin moments had gone United's way, there'd still be the underlying issue of the football not being sustainable and the long-term outlook not being positive.
That's true.
But
I think
that's what happens when you play like kind of chaotic football, where it's very not samey week in week out, where you do end up having to narrow in on decisions and stuff like that.
I think we've been sheltered from this though for a long time, and I think top clubs do get sheltered from it a bit, because I think even if you are in a good moment, or you've got a good way of playing, a manager's doing a good job, it doesn't matter. I think when your team's in the middle of the league, from that are competing around 12th to 8th, that's why you see them losing their edit decisions, because it means more, I guess, when the margins are smaller. Unfortunately, I'm not saying not to weigh in on this, but I think in general, it's much easier if you're a Liverpool or an Arsenal to look at that and say, do you know what, we didn't play well. Forget that horrific decision that went against us. We should have done more in the game. You move on and then you get your result or whatever. I think for teams that are in the mix, bad decisions, and we've seen them, like, if that awful one for Brighton against Spurs last season, everyone's pulling their hair out. It's massive. It decides games in the middle of the league.
Yeah.
So there is that. We're not Man United of old.
I agree, and my only response to what you said, and I do agree with you do make your own luck, and also I don't want United to be relying on these sort of individual moments to win us games. I want to be 6 or 7 moments away from a draw, but we're in a position where that isn't going to be the case. We're not going to go from finishing 15th last season to all of a sudden being 2 to 3 goals clear of every team we play. And what I would also say is, look at the rest of the league. There aren't many teams, if any, that are winning week in, week out convincingly. Even the top teams, I think, we've spoke about Liverpool no end. They've basically either been hanging on or scoring a late winner in every single game this season.
It's caught up.
And it's caught up eventually, but obviously they're still top of the league, so it's not really caught up to, we'd all take that. Tottenham today, for instance, had fewer shots, fewer XG, less percentage than Leeds. They've won that game away from home and they can move on to the next one. And whilst not actually looking that great week in, week out, Tottenham, they're now, as it stands, second in the league. Yeah. So I think that we're going to have to go from a point where at the moment we look up and down and don't win, to we look up and down and scrape a few wins, to, it looked a bit better there, and we're still scraping a few wins, and then eventually you get to the point where you look good and win. But looking good and winning consistently is the hardest thing to do. That's the end, final stage of being a top football team.
How much
so
do
we're
you
going to
think
have
of
to
this
go through all these phases.
Yeah, because you've seen that. Sorry,
No, it's okay.
we've seen the Opta expected points metric, which is obviously expected goals conceded, expected goals scored, and you combine it. I think we've obviously massively.
So
we've got less points
United were
than
supposed to be
expected, but
third, weren't we?
I think Tottenham are the biggest overachievers, and I think
Yeah.
today's even probably made it wider
Yeah.
because they've got 3 points, but Leeds had more XG. But then sometimes it doesn't tell the whole story, because from what I'm hearing, it was quite a resolute performance from Tottenham.
I watched the first half.
Leeds were the best
scared
team in the
properly.
first half, I
He was
thought.
And I agree. I
and
thought
the
Leeds
goal
were
was
good.
big deflection for Tell.
I think Leeds,
against the winning play, maybe.
I think Leeds
Yeah.
have been very tough at their home ground this season.
Yeah.
And I worry about us playing Leeds. I think Leeds have. I think every player's like 6'1", 6'2" plus.
Yeah.
That's just been their recruitment this summer.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that I know we all bought into writing off last season a little bit because of the rolling the dice at winning the Europa League, but it's hard to put the form of last season out of your mind. I feel now even people that said okay, I'm going to draw a line, it's now forming part of the picture.
Yeah, I don't think you can eliminate that from your sample
No.
size. That's the thing. I understand the kind of ethos of saying, well, this is a new season, we draw a line and we start again. But when you don't see real significant change, and I completely take Joe's point in terms of the fact that these, improvement can be very, very incremental, and it can be going from winning games and playing bad to playing bad and looking like you're almost going to win and then scraping a win or wherever. But you also have to take the sample size into account, and now we've got almost a year of samples under Ruben Amorim in terms of that improvement, and I think you have to ask the question, given the expectations, given the money invested, is that improvement kind of tangible? Is it noticeable enough?
Yeah.
And is it happening quickly enough? For me at the moment, the answer to that's no.
Yeah, I can see how you would arrive at that conclusion. For anyone who obviously we'll get to it in a second in terms of where we are with the manager or whatever, but I do understand why you would want him to leave or why you think enough is enough. It's not beyond me to think, fucking hell, he's been here 50 games and he's got a 27% win rate in the Premier League. I get why that is, to some people, grounds for termination. Red Baron with the super chat says, watched Steve's video this morning, and I think he hit on a really good point regarding this culture of Amorim out / Amorim in. It seems very lazy thinking to align yourself. We are all United fans. I'm not particularly sort of boiling it down to Amorim in or out.
It's not. That's not a self-categorization thing. No, that's more. That's more external from what
I think
I've seen.
Some people will go, that I've had enough, I'm now Amorim out. I have seen that.
Well, some people will criticise the gaffer, and then it's just other people going, "You're Amorim out." So there's a lot. I think there's more of that than
there's definitely both going on.
Yeah, people just are like polarised on the opposite ends. It's like if you can't criticise the gaffer without someone saying, "Oh, you're Amorim out," and then if someone says it's not Amorim's fault, it's like, "Oh, you're Amorim in." So people just kind of categorise it that way. Yeah.
Red Baron says, followed up from his last super chat, said, we all support United, but if we have to pick a faction within the club itself, it's really annoying that we are all divided. And Steve Doyle kind of sort of proving this a little bit, says, put your balls on the table. No. Second of all, they're all one thing. What result for Ruben out? And I think that sort of proves the point. I tell you what would really hurt him, and you would think, yeah, he's done. If the players don't turn up at all, they don't look like they're working hard. If it looks like he's lost the dressing room, whatever that your interpretation of that phrase is, that is a big sign that the manager's going to go.
I think he projects a bit of kind of unease and almost insecurity about his players backing him, or not backing him, because his comments to the media in the last few days about how the players take in what journalists are saying and what fans are saying about how the system is the problem. He's saying they listen to this is influencing them, and it might be part of the reason why we're not playing well and we're not playing how I want to. Yeah. So I think that's clearly on his mind in terms of the players really buying into his ideas or not. And that would be very damning if today we see a kind of continuation of that and it looking like the players aren't buying into his system. That's almost more damning than the result.
It's interesting because I was thinking the other day, Is there another club, and obviously we've been through this, like other clubs underachieving, this and the other, but another club who consistently hires title-winning, title-dominating managers time after time after time? So if you go from, obviously Moyes had never won a title, but if you go from Van Gaal through to now, I think only Solskjaer hadn't won, although he'd won the Norwegian league. But let's talk about the sort of the big 6 to 7 leagues. You put the Dutch league in there, put the Portuguese league in there, put even the Championship in there. That had consistently won these trophies, that had consistently done very well everywhere they'd been, and then come to us or gone to a team and failed so miserably and so quickly. Is there another team that's ever done that?
I don't think a club the size of Man United that I can see.
But I don't think
but
clubs smaller than us don't get managers of that ilk.
The last two have been the worst though, and I think the correlate than every gaff we've had before it. And I think maybe the correlation's been they've come from vastly inferior leagues being a top manager, where their weaknesses don't get tested as much because the parity in the league is so poor.
Does Solskjaer, where does he fit on that? Because obviously he didn't manage there, but he has played in the Premier League.
Maybe the fact.
No, I'm talking. I mean, it's more management. It's more management.
But that's because he didn't manage those leagues, but did quite well.
United have gone for obviously Slot. Slot is different because he had instant success coming from that league, obviously. Obviously massively helped by probably having the best attacking talent in England, and obviously having a solid base, which people do say that United don't have, in terms of obviously Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, and the way they're recruited, and almost like the follow-on effect of what Klopp built anyway. So which is why this season will, even though it started well, be a lot more testing for Slot, because then you'll see whether it was just a follow-on from Klopp.
That's a massive thing, though, coming into a good environment now, because I think look at Arsene Wenger when things started to move off the pitch. He looked out of ideas. He really struggled with the change in Arsenal. It took years for them to reset that culture. I think it's difficult when you're coming into an environment that's far from optimum. I think that's why United, because I actually look at the last two managers and think, even if they don't work, I'm actually more aligned with trying to bring modern progressive managers in to compete with some of the football we're seeing, rather than I felt like Mourinho was past his best personally. I didn't fancy Van Gaal. I thought Moyes was a bit of a risk. I actually look at the way I really wanted Amorim, and I think if it doesn't, it won't change that if it doesn't work out. And I think that's where we should continue to we should be continuing to look for the best, or if we can't get the best, who's going to be the best.
I agree. I think what would be a massive mistake, regardless of Amorim's future, would be to go for someone that's completely different to him because we've been scarred by Amorim. I think if United are going to have a joined up vision, and I don't mean, again, this throw out 5 at the back, 3 at the back, as we said before, I think that's largely irrelevant. But you want, like you said, Tom, who is someone who is matching the current style and the current forefront of football in tactics.
Or in a league. Or someone that can be like a little bit more adaptable, because there are similarities between the Amorim and Ten Hag appointment, as I've just said, they're both title-winning managers in weak leagues, where their personnel and talent of their team is miles better than everyone else.
And they haven't been forced to adapt.
And they haven't been forced to adapt. So when they're playing week in, week out against the likes of Casapia and I don't know what's.
But how many years has Spurs won the title for?
So it's more. Yeah, but the point I'm making is when you go to the Premier League, it's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah,
it's a gauntlet where, because your players that you have in your squad are better than everyone else's in the league by a distance, that when you have those little tactical weaknesses and that within your system, they're not going to get as exposed as much. You come to the Premier League and you do. And then it's like, and then you found out at Ten Hag, and I'm like, wait a second, where do I pivot now? What do I change? And it's the telltale sign of that is when he came in and Bruno's come out and said, Amorim came up to him and was like, fucking hell, you didn't tell me like the lesser teams were as good as this. He's literally, Bruno, I've not made that up, Bruno's literally said that in an interview, and I think that was very telling anyway.
But
do you know what I mean? And
I think adaptability is good, and winning games however you do it is a good thing. But I think, like you said, Tom, with Jose, it felt as though his way of doing things, where it was all about the opposition almost more than your own team. 'Cause who was it who said that when he played for, was it Real Madrid? basically like why are we spending so much time training what they're going to do rather than what we're going to do. I think that is a sort of a step too far in that direction. But I think that we could have a manager that is really adaptable, that is good at, you know, at times at winning the big games, and you sort of set up against City. And I think Solskjaer was a perfect example of this. He did a really good job of managing the game we were playing. But at times when you want to go on to be a top team, so we finished 3rd and 2nd under Solskjaer, and when you want to go from being 2nd to 1st, it's about controlling and having a system to fall back on in the smaller games. When they're sat back on the edge of their box, it's 1-1 in the 90th minute, and those 2 points might take you back to the top of the table. Having a system that is modern, that is creative, that works, that's what United still need to have. Whether it's someone from the 7th best league in the world or the 2nd, that bit I don't really care. I just want to make sure that we don't go back to a pragmatic kind of, you know, win at all costs style that won't suit this system or this team either, and then you have to reset again when they finish 4th and then 3rd and then get sacked. Like, we all know we can hire the biggest name in the world or the biggest name available, go up the league, and then just absolutely stop improving. That's not going to be good enough either. We need to reset the things behind the scenes and have a system and a manager that actually can take you right to the top, not just, you know, finish 5th or 6th and then get sacked, which is what we've been doing for a decade anyway.
I think what's almost more important than any of it is also matching your recruitment with
yeah, of course.
Because I think the constant with all of these managers, I'm not saying any of them have been the right appointment, but it's undeniable that the recruitment hasn't been up to standard under any manager post Sir Alex. Even during Sir Alex's later years, the recruitment has always been an issue.
100%.
And so, you know, I think discussions about who the right manager appointment is are almost futile until you fix that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that as well.
I think that's a big issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of knowing which is the issue you need to be coming down on hardest in this moment.
I honestly think it's recruitment.
Yeah, get a couple of new midfielders, get a right back and a goalie, whether it's Lomans or a new keeper, and I think we'll, regardless of who's managing us, the odds of us finishing in the European places goes up drastically with you know, right people in those areas. Bad Wolf 77 says XG is used to excuse failure. Fair enough. And then I think we had another super chat before as well. It was Ian Warren who said this is the team which started the first 3 games with Cesco replacing Cooney. Set pieces are the only worry. Yeah, I mean, it's no game can you be confident we're going to win. That is obviously a massive worry. You can't keep going on forever not being sure what you're going to see. And Amorim said it himself, didn't he? In the presser, he said it with Owen Hargreaves this week. He sees something in training, but is never 100% certain he's going to see that same thing on the pitch. You've played at a higher football level than any of us, Ronnie. Have you ever had that feeling where you're like, we trained really well this week, and then what we did there, we just didn't see any of it here? Why does that happen, do you think?
Because you're playing against each other in training, not playing against the actual team you're playing on a weekend. It's just, I feel like you can never kind of replicate or emulate like actual opposition you're going to play on the weekend in training. Training's one thing, matches another. I know sometimes you can, this structural stuff, it's just the match can just sometimes not go your way. But also they can have that little bit of feeling throughout a week of training where after you've been getting poor results of, as you've said, the environment being a little bit sombre, and you kind of get a little bit dismayed by how you're playing or how you're setting up. So I don't know. And also, Amorim could come out and say training has been good, but you don't know whether it actually has been. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them things. The truth of the matter is, Saturdays and Sundays are usually what matter the most.
But you would always prefer, obviously, to have good, impressive, hard-working training than not. But again, if it's not coming out of the weekend, then I guess it is pretty much irrelevant. In today's programme, there you go. I don't know why this looks like it's about 15 years old, doesn't it? It's today's programme. You can see there, I think it's got a bit of water damage because it was raining when I got it. Ruben Amorim, do you want to hear from him? The old gaffer
please.
and that?
Go on then.
When does he write these? And second question, does he even write these?
No.
Or does someone give him this and he goes, tick? ChatGPT. Ruben Amorim says.
Do the voice?
Yeah, do the accent, go on.
Obviously not.
Oh.
We must
if I
suffer.
did.
we must suffer. Say that.
But not even a Portuguese accent, just an absolutely random accent. Today we must play our own way and focus on the details in our performance to get the 3 points. As we welcome Regis Lebris and Sunderland to Old Trafford, we need to respond to the frustrations of last weekend and be ready to control the game. We know we have the qualities to do this. We've seen the right attitude and dedication from the players at Carrington throughout the week, to my point once again. We must now take that intensity to Old Trafford and play to our full potential. We all know the season has not started how anyone wanted it to, but we will continue to fight together. All we can do is focus on giving our maximum to win this game. Signed, Ruben.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Signed by the sandwich himself.
Do you reckon he signed that?
In pen. Sharpie.
It's a print. Disgusting. I thought he signed everyone
So
like
he would have
Rock doing posters.
So he would have signed it
Permanent
once, and then
marker.
he would have.
Printed the living
Yes.
shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how it tends to work. Yeah.
So it's like, why?
I wish he signed every one. How many think they sell of these?
Oh, Jesus.
What do you reckon?
6.
20,000? 5,000?
6 could be right.
Yeah.
No,
60?
5,000.
About 5,000?
at least.
Yeah. I'd like to know the
Possibly
circulation on the
double
United
that.
review. It's £4. And
how-
also,
and how
games
many-
like today.
how
Lots of
many-
traditionalists
how
that go
many-
to games.
Yeah,
It's
big
part of
time.
the routine. It's
How would they? Yeah. And how many are bought? Do you reckon actually end up leaving the stadium?
If you lose, probably not many. Look at this. Oh wait, what we got here? Full piece.
ooh.
Look at that.
Calendar shot.
It is. It's nice, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got some nice centre folds this week. Got a little Alessandro Martinez in there.
I forgot about
Is this
him.
an ad?
I don't know what it is. So I can do that. What do you make of Amram's comments this week? And is there a part of you that thinks, right, he's got to go, he's done, that's the end of it, and then you hear him talking, you go, one more week.
There's always
You old
a
devil.
bit of that. He is a sweet talker, and he is someone that he almost makes you kind of forget everything that's going on when you hear him speak, quite coherently, and he speaks with charisma and character. We know that, but you have to kind of see through it. And I think if you actually read his kind of underlying body language and expressions, I think he's nervous, and I think the pressure is kind of getting to him, because as I mentioned earlier, he's talking about how the journalists' opinions and the fans' opinions get to the players, and I feel like that's not something you should be saying, even if that's how you feel as a manager, because of course fan and media opinion will affect the players' opinions, but to say that I think shows a little bit of insecurity and a little bit of anxiety, because at the end of the day, as a good manager, you need to take control of that, and you need to kind of make sure that you don't let external influences really have an impact in your dressing room. So I think he knows that the pressure is on, despite some outlets saying he's safe for now, the club want to continue with him and invest in him. I think he knows that the pressure's on.
Do you know what's mad? When you get statements coming out saying he's not under pressure and stuff like that, that just always signals to me that he is.
Yeah.
Because
of course.
I don't think our Arsenal journal is going to come out and be like, Arteta's
Not under pressure.
not under pressure.
I wonder if
He's
it's a
being backed.
bit of a
Do you know what I mean? It's
cultural
like-
thing now, because I'm not saying that he's not feeling the pressure, but I feel like if he wanted to, put the walls up a bit more, I'm sure he could.
Yeah. It's just
I wonder if it's a decision, because Mourinho could be a bit funny in press conference and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen Pep talking riddles before. It's easy when you're winning. I wonder sometimes if it's a decision that I'm going to be this open book. I'm going to talk openly in this way because for whatever reason it's a decision. He's deciding I'm going to put this out there, and I think that helps what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Myself with the players. I don't know. But
I
do
agree with
think
you.
that he could put the walls up more if he chose to. I don't think this is all stuff that's seeping out that he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
It's-
Yeah.
I do think that he's here partly, obviously, he's here first and foremost to win matches, but he's here to change the way that the club operates and the way the expectations are of the players, of the team, of the club generally. Obviously on the pitch it's been horrific, and I'm not talking about that, but off the pitch it does. Right now, if I asked all of you three and people in the comments, do you think the culture in the training, in the squad behind the scenes is more or less toxic than when Amram arrived? I think a vast majority of people would say less toxic with the players that he's gotten rid of, with the types of people that we've brought in and chosen to promote. And I think that's a big part of his job, is changing the culture, whatever you mean by culture. It's the things that aren't footballing things that still happen to win you and lose you matches. And I think him resetting that, or whoever it is, it's Ineos and him, it's not him by himself, is almost his biggest job. Because until he arrived, we had 5 out of the last 6 managers consecutively finish in the top 4 and, you know, push for trophies. Solskjaer got to a final, and I think other than Moyes, all the rest have won a trophy. So we are capable of being one of the best teams in the league and one of the most sort of trophy winning teams in the league, but pushing on to that next step, part of the problem that we saw there was that the culture wasn't right, and that there's something going on mentally within the squad and within Manchester United that needs turning around before we can take that final jump. And I think one of the big things he was brought in to do was address that. And I think part of what you're saying, Tom, is the fact that he's good at talking and that he convinces you as a fan maybe to give him one more week. Obviously, you don't be wasting your charisma on just holding on to your job, but I think that is a big reason why he in particular was chosen. Not just his tactics and his football, which so far haven't got him anywhere, but I think the idea that he could be the person that sweeps away the shit in the background that actually lets us push on one day is a big reason why he's here. But you've still got to win matches. You can't just be the culture resetter and nothing else, and, you know, get the team relegated in the meantime. But I do think, what you're saying, Tom, I think if you completely separate the two, I think that is a big part of what he's here for. It's just that this is the fucking most important thing on the pitch,
and that's not to say
isn't
that he's
it?
not said a couple of things that I think he probably wishes he could take back. I think he just thinks that I can have this constant open dialogue, and if I say the wrong thing, the next press conference we laugh about it and say, actually, what I was saying was this, and he's just very, very open.
Jeremy Corbyn approach, where you actually feel to a little extent, you kind of well, I mean, it's going the same way, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least Jeremy Corbyn forced what was it, a coalition with Theresa May. Who was it with? The DWP.
The DUP?
See, this is our touch on with English politics, because I thought the last coalition I could
You don't remember
think
the 2017 election when Corbyn?
So how long?
It was a few seats from Northern Ireland that got her in.
How long ago was it with the coalition with the Lib Dems?
That was 2010. Yeah, that was your Lib Dem. That was your proper coalition where they both stood up posters and that. Yeah. And then 2017 was when Corbyn did better than people thought, and Theresa May still won, but without a majority. Anyway, let's not get into that. Tom Horton says, "Forgive me if you've already discussed this, but what do you make of Lomond starting? Is it the right call?" I think it's the only call. I think you have to do it. We've said this already.
I like what's coming out about his mentality and kind of demeanour off the pitch. It sounds like he's someone that's self-assured and confident and kind of a calming presence, which, like we've said, is exactly what United need between the sticks at the moment. So hopefully we see that represented on the pitch today, and it's not just media chat.
Score predictions then, everyone. Also, Ross, thank you very much for modding and getting rid of people who are spamming links in the comments.
Get them going.
Score predictions, please, in the comments. Goal line, scoreline and scorers, please. Tom, I'll start with you.
I put Yoro's in my fantasy team. I'm going to go 2-0 to United.
2-0. Who's going to score?
Cesco. Don't know about the other one.
Finn, what are you thinking?
I think 2-1 United. Cesco and Mbeumo.
Yeah.
I was out 2-1 United was my prediction, as you tweeted it about half an hour ago. And I think Mbeumo and Casemiro.
Set piece.
Take that.
I'll take Mbeumo as well.
Yeah, I'd like Mbeumo to
like
score. I'd like Cesco to get a goal as well.
Yeah.
Massively.
I think in a good system he'd be flying.
We've got a few super chats. Sean says 5-1 Cesco hat-trick. Gary Gill says 3-0. I'm surprised there's so many people thinking that we're going to win. Sergio James John says 7-0. Full delusional mode.
I don't think you can underestimate Sunderland today.
Hugger Hobo says 3-0 Bruno hat-trick. Ronaldo's had enough. He is off. Martin, where are you going? Toilet? Yeah, love it. Alid Griffith says 3-1 Delict Bruno Cesco. Obviously, at the moment at Old Trafford, they are having a minute's silence for the victims of the attack in the synagogue in Manchester a couple of days ago. Obviously, just a horrendous thing. I think Amram spoke about it in the press conference. Just awful. As you can imagine, it's good that United are showing respect, and obviously the same for the Sunderland team. In terms of this game, with what's on the horizon, the Liverpool match, it can be disastrous if we win. What do we get out of it? Sorry, it can be disastrous if we lose. What do we get out of this if we win?
is there much
breathing
to even
space.
gain
Just-
here? Breathing space.
Just
Breathing
even if it's just 10% based on the pressure ain't going to go away. But I do wonder because I've tried to reject the one game away from the sack kind of mentality that last season and this season that we were experiencing with Ten Hag. I've probably not gone into too many games thinking this is an absolute must win, but I guess this is about as close because I'm not thinking about the reaction now. But if we do lose this game, where does
be bloody hard.
It's gonna be a
nightmare, isn't it? Yeah.
I think what matters also is how if we were to win, it's how we win. What are the behaviours on the
Great
pitch?
touch from Dallow.
Are we sustaining pressure and controlling the game?
Yeah, it does. Sorry, Finn.
No,
Dallow was
no,
just
no.
doing a Joe Smith at left back there. That's easy. That's an easy touch.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing him with that.
Yeah, ball coming over.
20 seconds in.
And the ball's like slicing off your foot. Come on, good pressing. Go on. That's ours. Yeah, you don't get a lot of credit, even though this is when Sunderland got promoted, there were many different possibilities of what they would look like 6 games in. This is probably the hardest version of this game we could have expected, isn't it? There's a chance they had 2 points after 6 games, and instead, I think if they win this, they go second.
How many have they got? 11?
11, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Come on, bit of fucking body, man.
Yeah, I think he's had a really good start to the season for Sunderland. Go on, first touch.
Granit with his first touch. What a moment.
What a pass.
Oh, it's
my
unbelievable.
God.
Like Granit.
always put Yoro under pressure?
Yeah, love it.
Get him gone.
Go on, give it back to him. He's got the lot, this lad. He's got the
Oh
sun
my
in his
God.
eyes, I know
I'm
that.
so desperate for Lemons to be good.
Look at the aura.
I'll take anything. I'll
think-
just take an average goalkeeper at this point.
I think the relief amongst the players and the manager if he shows himself to be comfortable.
Cesco,
Yeah.
Be massive.
I think it'd be really significant.
athleticism
Yeah, huge.
farming there. Giving the ball away, but he did a nice jump in the air.
It's just aura farming.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, nothing really happened yet. 2 minutes in.
Can tell Sunderland are pressing extremely high.
Yeah.
People
Very
talk
aggressive.
about Lommans and his kind of lack of all kind of giddiness and emotion when he's doing interviews. Do you read anything into that when he's just talking about, what do you like? I like cycling and playing on the air.
I think
I
that's
love it.
perfect.
I
in, a
like that.
I like it as well.
in a goalkeeper, you want him to just be stone cold, don't you?
Yeah.
They usually are a little bit weird.
He looks like a keeper.
One way or another.
The way he holds himself.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, I want him to just be the most boring person in the world.
Yeah.
Nothing phases him.
Boring,
Yeah.
trusty, reliable.
Yeah. He's a weirdo, but in a kind of just quiet,
Endearing way.
nice
Endearing,
way.
yeah.
Well done, Yoro and Bruno.
It's not a front foot start, is it?
Not been the flying
yet.
start we
No,
were talking
I think
about.
Sunderland started a little bit
We'll
faster.
get the ball
but
in their half at some point.
these games, I still think United should have such a quality gap. Like, it doesn't really matter. I think we should have the match winners. That's kind of what I thought we would have this season, where
Yeah.
the players that we bought and the players we have, they should still be decent enough.
Brilliant.
I just don't want any.
Oh my
That
God.
we should be one.
Should be 1-0 down.
Should be a
We
goal
should be.
down.
Has Dallow ever checked his fucking shoulder in his life,
Jesus.
by the way? Like, he did the exact same thing against Brentford the other day. He sprints off into the middle of the box to cover the middle, and then when someone actually runs near
I've
him,
been
he doesn't
offside.
track it.
I think that was
poor
on.
Oh, what is he doing?
What is he doing?
He checks,
He stops
but
and
then
then
he just completely thinks, okay.
I've done my running now.
Yeah, I can see he's sprinting towards me. I'm sure he'll stop there.
Did he miss? Did he like
He
not?
just misses
yeah,
it.
he just
That player just
misses
misses
it.
it. It's
No, he gets-
literally-
he gets a
he did.
touch.
He
It's
took.
literally
they
just
should be a
he
touch.
should have
Like,
tapped it in for a
He
goal.
got a touch on it.
That's a 0.6.
He needs to go right. He
6.5
needs to go right foot there.
Oh my God.
My worry is, like, I saw that Henderson played well. Granit Xhaka's a good player, so
Very good.
seen
I've
that
seen
already.
Sunderland fans saying he's the best they've seen
Yeah.
in 30 years at the club.
Xhaka.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, I've seen some. No, you say it? No, he's a great player, Xhaka.
Yeah, he's top.
I'm not hearing
Yeah.
great. I won't accept great. He's a good player, he's not a great player.
Greatest player they've had, is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
one
like Kevin
thing.
Phillips.
In a long time. They've had Ahmad. What are they on?
Yeah.
Go on.
They've had
He's
fucking-
offside,
James
miles
Beattie.
off. Well, you've got to
He's
see
no
that.
James Beattie, is he? Let's be honest.
Was he in Southampton?
Oh yeah, of course.
Jose Alta.
Maybe he is then.
Fraser Campbell.
There's no Lee Cattermole, is
Fraser.
there?
Kevin Phillips.
He might. Yeah, Kevin Phillips is good. But he's a good player, and he was good at Arsenal, and then obviously went to that Bayer Leverkusen team, and he was great, and they were amazing. Yeah. But I watched him for too many years at Arsenal to all of a sudden think he's a great player. I think he's a good player, and he's very good for Sunderland.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, he's a good player.
A really sound player.
Yeah,
He's one.
Competes.
He's a good leader as well.
he's good. He was almost good enough for Arsenal, so he's obviously good. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a good. I'm not even trying to be nasty by saying that. That's a very high level.
Space.
It's not great.
They're bozo error.
Jesus.
Come on.
Can't get a touch of the ball.
Not a good start at all.
Yeah. What's Dello got?
There is just that feeling of a tad disorganisation, isn't there? When you watch Sunderland picking up the positions, you know they're comfortable in knocking it around.
Yeah.
And then we get it, and Bruno's having a look.
Yeah, and we'll just try and
Come on, Ahmad.
as quickly as we can.
Go on.
Go on, find a pass.
Go on.
Cesco?
Abubu. Go on.
Oh!
Lay it off.
Lucky. I don't know how he's gone from there to giving a foul away.
I think he meant to pass it to Cesco, and then it's rolled to Mbumo.
Just needed to release it a second earlier. And
Like he just took a bit of a heavy touch there, didn't he? And it kind of.
Yeah.
If he releases it first time there, it's difficult, but
yeah.
Positive though.
Yeah.
That's not a foul either, by the way. Not remotely a foul.
Did you see the tweet?
Yes.
The Gabriel tweet. It's just defenders.
So I hate it.
They
It's the
just go
worst
down and
thing.
it's just automatic almost.
That wasn't a foul at all. There was that one as well from the French league, wasn't there? That did
that's
the
the one
rounds.
I'm thinking
I
of.
thought that's what you
And everyone, people said it was the Gabriel special.
right, yeah. Harry Maguire likes it as well, that one.
yeah.
Harry Kane likes it. At the other end of the pitch.
Done.
I'll never stop getting joy in watching Casemiro get skipped past as he dives.
That's one of them things where it's just like sometimes profiles. It's like
You just have to accept that that's what Casemiro is now, isn't it? And also, I like Casemiro's resurgence a bit. He looked good in the Europa League. But if we're honest, we all knew he was done 2 years ago.
Yep.
And he's still starting week in, week out for us.
So is that a recruitment issue, you say?
Oh,
Yeah.
massively. Massively. Why did Ten Hag get sacked? The massive gap in midfield. That was like one of the headline things. Like you said, Tom, it was we don't have a style of play, and Jamie Carragher getting his PowerPoint out with this massive gap in midfield. Since Ten Hag left, we've bought 0 midfielders.
And I don't think Casemiro was a Ten Hag signing.
No.
I think it was very much a club one that, when we needed something and he said, okay, I'll take him.
He wanted De Jong, and we were desperate. He's on. Ahmad looking nice and sharp so far.
Good shot.
Go on, Mason.
Go on.
Yes! Yes! Very good goal. That's a really good goal as well.
It's fantastic.
Mason Mount, touch and strike into the bottom
8
corner.
minutes in,
Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff. Come on.
Good stuff.
Beautiful pass.
Who put the ball in? Was it?
I think it was
Ahmad or Burma?
Burma, wasn't it?
Did he give it back to?
I'm not sure.
Sorry,
Ball in
fancy's
from
not
the
important
right
at
hand
this
side.
stage.
Well done. We needed that. It's a really good goal
stuff.
that from Mount, because the first touch wasn't easy, and then he catches it just sort of on the half volley, doesn't he? As
What
it's
a
bouncing.
finish from Mount.
Really good finish.
That is top draw. That.
Composure, just strokes it home. Who is it? Ahmad out to Burma. Does he give it back to him?
No.
It's just in Burma. isn't
Mbumo
it?
is so good at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that.
Touch.
Great touch.
Bumo pick
Fantastic
up.
Lovely
finish.
finish that,
Really top.
because the. Let's see this again.
Good flow. That touch and finish is quality.
Yeah,
really
Oh,
good.
that's
the ball's like knee high as he strikes
It's hard to
it,
generate
as
the
he
power,
needs
innit?
to get the shot away quickly because he's being closed down. It's a really good finish from Mount. Yeah, as he hits it, it's about knee high. Just gets that top spin on it to keep it low. Lovely, really good.
Mount's such a good footballer.
Good pick
sometimes.
up.
I was just thinking,
That's
like,
left.
I wonder
That's
what
left.
is his
Right.
what people think his ceiling is has
Yeah.
been massively chipped
Well,
away out because
yeah,
of the injuries and because
100%.
of how the last couple of years have gone. I still think that even though people see him and think, oh, Joe, he's great, isn't he? I don't think anyone sees him as like key player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he,
But he
he
could be.
easily is of the level that United need relative to some of the other players in this squad.
Yeah, I was just saying before the game, weren't we? How we're seeing more of that, the Chelsea Mason Mount this
Yeah.
season. Come on, hurry up.
Go on.
Although I don't know where he's going to go. Keeper's on. That's all right.
Ah, shit.
Fucking hell. Good touch. Well done.
Oh, lovely.
Go on.
Just to get it out wide straight away there.
That's what I mean. We have the quality.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done.
Go on.
That was good there. Doubling up.
Foul.
Am I just slowing down, bringing the foul like we were talking about before? I was talking to Jay about this the other day, but my guilty confession is I've watched pretty much every Barcelona game this season just to see Marcus Rashford.
No, I've been tuning in as well.
It's hard not to. I just want to see
because they're
like
actually
him so
fun to
much.
watch flick. Like,
Also, Barca fans adore Rashford. They
So
seem
far.
to really, really love him.
Yeah, it's been really good. That pass first time against PSG the other night, unbelievable.
I mean, I'm asking this as a genuine question. Is there an element, because I've not watched loads of them other than a little bit of Champions League,
Yeah.
is there an element of we're only getting the highlights, or does he actually look good in his
So,
all-round game? Because
yeah.
it's very easy to paint a different picture.
He's still very much Marcus Rashford, which is across a 90-minute game, he's not doing 65 things where you go, that was, or like he's not always involved in the game, but he's very much a sort of efficiency kind of merchant where he gets the ball and has a really good strike, or the ball bounces in the air and for some reason it falls to him, or he knocks it and goes past people. So he's not like some players are just constantly on the ball. He isn't that guy.
Right.
But when he gets it, because he's so quick, because his shot's so powerful, because he's got good vision, he's been doing a lot of good with not that much sort of ball time, and I think he's a really efficient and good player for them.
Yeah, he's been used in a decent way. So he has had a couple of moments a game where you see the same issues of when like running into someone or something, but when it comes off for him, he's basically opening up the game for him. He's being a bit of a match winner.
Does he have an option to buy? It's not an obligation, isn't it?
It's not an option,
It's not.
It's an
40
option.
million euros,
40
I
million.
think.
Feels like they'd be silly not to.
But they struggle sometimes to do the basic
financially.
things.
Yeah, true,
So
true.
it's
I think if he because he hasn't got a La Liga goal yet, so
Does he not?
no, I don't think so. I think he got
two against Newcastle.
against Newcastle. I think one in the Spanish Cup. I think.
Few assists though. Right,
But
in
so he's
La
got an
Liga,
assist. I think in like 4 of his last 5 games.
I think as he's matured, he's almost become more of a kind of playmaker as well. He's really unlocked that side of his game.
His creative has been good. He's taken corners as well, so he got 2 assists in back-to-back games that were just direct corners, which obviously still counts, but he's on set pieces, which helps as well. But it's just he doesn't look that different to the Rashford we know and remember. But he's playing in a different league with different pressure and a fan base and a manager that likes him.
I wonder if
Going
he's
long from goal kicks.
Yeah.
So I think it's smart. I feel like they realised.
First game.
No, I think we tried to build out a couple of times and it was just they were kind of pouncing on it.
I wonder if Marcus still has the kind of plasticity to gain a bit of a new football education at Barcelona, because that's what you expect from the levels of coaching and just the footballing culture at Barcelona. I wonder if he will kind of soak up some of that high quality footballing education, or if he's at the age and the point of it in his career where his habits are pretty set in stone.
It's just him. Yeah, I'm not sure, but even just from a United perspective, if you want to sell him, so far so good, I think.
Is there if Barcelona can't?
I don't think that. I don't know if that was a foul.
No,
I didn't think it was.
It looked like
Shaw. I think it was Mount the foul was given against.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it was a Shaw. I was looking to think it was a Shaw.
Yeah,
it was Shaw.
I think it's Mount. I think it's this one. Oh no, not Mount. Sorry, Dallo.
Yeah, Dallo.
Right.
I was looking at Shaw.
Because I thought Shaw.
That is definitely a foul. Yeah.
I thought it was that one. I thought it was that one. Shaw was like, wait, really?
Free kick to Sunderland. Probably 3 yards into their half, right hand side. Going long, it looks like.
I was going to say, what think happens to Rashford if Barcelona aren't in a position to make that move permanent, because he'll come back and then
He's marking him.
You can't really look at another loan, can you? You're just watching this
but to be
asset
fair,
depreciate.
But
he could
create a bit of a bidding war. Have we got an option to extend by a year? Or?
It's tricky though, isn't it, when teams know that you don't.
To be fair, if he
want
plays
the
really
player.
well, you could see someone like a Bayern Munich. I know they've just bought Luis Diaz, so maybe not. But I think if you show yourself to be useful for Barcelona, all of a sudden, top teams are back in, aren't they? We just mentioned there, Ronnie, Dallo's been a little bit asleep so far, and 15 minutes in. Poor touch in the first second, letting a player run over his shoulder and should have had a tap in 4 minutes in, and then there he's sort of I don't even know, not tracking his man from the throw-in. Just looks a little bit switched off at the moment, Dallo. He's playing on the left-hand side, so do we know why Dorgu's not playing? Has anyone heard anything on that?
I think it's probably just similar to, Euro not playing, rotation and
Yeah.
tactical selection, I guess.
Side? Yeah, nice.
Haven't quite seen
Get the ball away.
Dorgu that we saw in pre-season just yet this season.
No.
I think he's still kind of warming up a little bit, but I'm still of the belief that there's a really good player there.
Yeah. And I also think that he's not. I don't think he's been bad this season either.
No,
I'm surprised he's not started today.
Yeah.
I do think that wherever Dorgu's at in his development, playing Dallo on the left-hand side isn't the answer.
I do think he's a victim of his role in the system, in the sense that he gets so much time on the ball, and he's the
He's
nature
often
of the
trusted
system
with that
means
final pass.
yeah, and he's not necessarily that player that should be making the final pass and should be
I was
in the position to be doing that.
I've seen that happen.
Sorry, Finn.
Sorry.
So I just think that kind of sometimes that negative perception around him gets inflated for that reason, because he's asked to do something so often that he's not really suited to be doing. It's not so much a reflection on his ability, but where he stands in the system.
Showing a bit of danger again with that Cesco knock on there. What's happened here?
He's kicked.
I think
Has he got a free kick?
Nah,
Is he just stopped for-
no. His own centre half kicked Xhaka in the head,
Oh, in the head.
so it's like stopped it for a head thing.
But
Yeah,
bit of carnage caused there from that Cesco
pretty
flick
sure that's
on
what happened, didn't it?
and Bumo
Yeah.
and Bumo running over the top there. And that's something that has been effective in football for 150 years.
The flick
So,
on.
isn't it? The flick on. Honestly, though, it's a nightmare because it gets everyone running back to their own goal. Obviously, we saw Sanchez sent off against.
You don't know what direction
Chelsea
it's going
against us.
until the very last minute.
Yeah, it is it's not something we should be too modern, too tactical to implement. That's a really good thing, that flick on from Cesco and Mbeumo running in behind it. I like that.
How long has he got to be off for with the?
I don't know.
When you get ahead, I think you got to be out. You got to be off for like 30 seconds at least. I was thinking
for any treatment, isn't it?
I was thinking, can he capitalise?
Yeah.
Do you know, because he got like a man less now.
Oh, get back on side.
Get back on the side, bro. Sometimes it's when that happens when strikers press keepers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When everyone's pushed up, it's because then they've got.
It's too easy there. Casemiro there, pushed up with his man,
Some hook.
Deal
but
with this.
was
come
so
on.
far away from him that there was no point. He's literally 10 yards off him when he plays that ball back to the fullback.
They look like a handball to
Yeah.
me. Don't go out for a corner. For a free. I don't want to throw in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Just ask him for a turnover in your defensive third. Do you like this?
It's like this. It's like the new
Kick for touch.
centre circle kick. Yeah,
You see Newcastle's, they do it.
yeah. PSG was doing it last season as well.
They
weren't
boot
they?
it like on purpose.
Up
like,
to there,
up
basically.
there,
Yeah, or as close to there as you can. See, and that's why. Look.
Because you just get the ball back.
Yeah.
I think throw-ins. What's the stats for like throw-ins? Are like by far and away the most common turnover of
Really?
possession. People say they should be practiced more.
I think it's absolutely mental that they came up with throw-ins.
I didn't want it slowed down. Right?
Oh, unlucky.
I think if football was invented now, there's no way it would be a throw-in. That's a shit.
When's Football 2 coming out? You
Not
don't know?
sure. Should be soon. We'll be good at that.
It's foul then.
It's a foul, surely.
No way is he not give that.
Because it's like the ball goes out, and to get it back in, you're allowed to use your hands. For the only time in football, outfield players can just use their hands. Makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, just throw it back in. Why would you pick it up and throw it? Where do we come? Why isn't it kicking it back in? Because kicking it back in makes all the sense, and throwing it makes fucking zero
It
sense.
should be kick-ins, but then it'll just get used as like an extra another set.
Yeah, it's just like a
belong.
long ball
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the box, isn't it? But it is mad that it's like, we'll throw it.
On some pitches, you've got no run up, have you?
Yeah, that's true.
Not that that's a reason for the rule.
Oh.
Well done. He always looks a bit nervy.
He looks bigger than Bayern, doesn't he?
He looks massive.
Much broader.
Yeah, he is.
Bayern had no core, did he?
I'm just
No.
praying he's good, bro. Like,
He hasn't,
going
he
through?
hasn't faced a shot yet, has he?
No.
He's not.
But he's so good he doesn't.
Yeah. It's just the aura.
He's so good you can't really shoot against him.
I suppose they had the one, didn't they? The one they should have scored.
What was the report that came out saying Amorim's called him the Iron Dome?
I think that was a satirical tweet that
was
got
it?
too much traction from United
Spoof.
accounts who didn't realise it was a joke. Yeah.
Oh dear.
people are so quick to want to aggregate in it. It's like,
Yeah. It's like that's clearly a lie.
Well done,
Nice.
Cesco.
Well done.
Come on.
Good touch as well. Come on then.
can we have 2 attacks, 2 goals? It feels like.
Oh,
Good
fucking
effort.
hell.
Yeah, really good effort
great
from Ahmad.
player.
Yeah, it was.
Right,
Such a
the right
powerful
side
run,
is
that.
the avenue.
Yeah.
Ahmad. Masuaku can't defend.
You said before the game. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't really get anywhere near him, does he?
Yeah.
He's
That's why
arriving
he's like
from so
me.
deep, isn't he?
He's really good. He's really good on the ball.
Yeah.
Like he's a very technically tidy and skillful kind of fullback, but going back.
Yeah, he didn't. He was basically a non-entity in that defence, wasn't he? There.
Yeah.
I might just skip past him. Oh,
Ooh,
looky there.
that
The
was a
right
little-
flick through and Dallow's into the box there. It'd be nice to see us hold the ball a little bit
Yeah, we
more.
haven't really had our foot on it, but we've looked dangerous when we've gone down the right side
Yeah.
for Ahmad.
Just doesn't get it in the corner, does he?
Yeah, it's yeah, I think I'd have saved that.
Hmm.
Good effort, but it was close to his body, wasn't it? It
Do you think
wasn't a
Ahmad would
difficult-
celebrate if he
Yes.
scored?
Yes.
Yeah, he
I
better.
don't know with that.
I feel like he wouldn't. I
feel like he might give a little.
He's got a lot of love for Sunderland.
He was brilliant at
Yeah.
Sunderland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I suppose to that point in
Let's
his
hope we
career
find
as
out.
well, they
Yeah, I
were
hope
one
so.
of they were one of his kind of most influential
They were the real kind of springboard for
stones
him.
in his career, weren't they?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I think he just got so much love from the manager and from the
Yes,
fans that
Was it
He still
Tony
does.
Mowbray?
Yeah, Tony Mowbray still
Mowbray, yeah.
talks about him.
he continues to talk about him
Guy
so
Mowbray.
positively.
Go
on.
Hit that.
Bumo.
This
Similar-
is better
a
now.
bit
This
more
is,
like
this
it.
is
Good
much
stuff.
better.
It's a mountain to a bit more consistency here.
That right hand side.
It's good
is
when
safe.
you're seeing close-up shots of the opposition keeper. That's usually a good sign,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's either frustratingly keeping you out when you're trying to get a goal back.
The fact that
Or
both
you're testing
are
it.
right-sided kind of wingers can find themselves in that position is quite encouraging
Yeah,
because they've both had a similar chance
yeah.
in the last few minutes.
We could do with a bit more threat down the left, though.
Yeah.
Bruno,
Go on.
Mount. Back
You just
to
need
Bruno.
that to... What the...
What the hell?
It's not a bad
What
flip.
the hell was
to be
that?
fair.
Go
Go on,
on,
Cesco.
Go on.
Is he left-footed or right-footed, Cesco?
Right foot.
Right.
But he's got a really, really strong weak foot.
Yeah.
Careful.
It's not quite.
That was a bit of a half and half.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Luke Shaw for a second was
He'd
going to
given
leave
up on
that.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to go 2 up, haven't you? It's just
Yeah. Two's
I think
massive.
it's just
the
one
game's
look.
not
It's
drifting.
nervy.
We're on top. Make it count.
Yeah.
We've got
The
back.
weather has been awful today as well, by the way. We've just seen the shot there of Amorim in his tracksuit getting
Yeah.
pissed on.
Yeah, we've got on the ball.
Another reason that you need
Yeah.
to go 2 up.
Yeah, last few minutes it has
Descends
been
into a farce.
more
otherwise.
like what we were looking for, isn't it?
What's the opposite of pathetic fallacy? Apathetic fallacy.
I don't think.
Go
I
on.
think that's one of those things that just doesn't have an
No.
opposite.
Go on, Dallo. Just getting a few extra meters there.
You know, Cesco just.
That's a no,
I swear
I
his
think that's the
teammate just
opposite.
pushed him
That's a
over.
foul on Cesco. Cesco got pushed in the back by their player, which pushed him into their player in front and got a foul from that. That's cheeky, that. Cesco looked like he was in a fucking car crash. He's like flipping around and he's pushed the Sunderland player over, but I think he got pushed in the back.
Defending
Go on
in a
then, win
4-4-2.
It's 4-4-2 press, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know one thing I would like to see added to match stuff? Do you know on FIFA where at the bottom in the middle there's the dots of where everyone is, the little
Yes.
mini map? I would really like that in games. Do you know? Because I think when the pundits, you see them like take a picture inside the pundit truck or whatever. They've got the really wide full pitch shot a lot of the time, haven't they? I'd like that. I'd like to be able to look at that, because half the time you can't even see what's going on, where the runs are off the pitch and off the ball and stuff. Just a little mini map at the bottom of the dots, so you can see the shape and stuff when you're defending.
I used to play on broadcast camera,
Yeah.
so I needed that.
You need it because you're zoomed in as fuck on that. Nice.
I was concerned that was almost like hospital.
Come on.
Hospital
It's good
pass.
stuff, isn't he? Good
Go
cross.
on.
Cesco.
Go on.
Oh, it's just over him.
Oh, Bello! It's okay, it's
Touch
okay.
FC.
Oh my God!
Save!
Oh my God! Oh my!
Bastard! Oh my God, that was
God, would have
almost.
been.
I was certain that had gone in. That was a fantastic
Great
one.
save.
Bruno there just turns on the edge of the box. He's waiting for Mount to make the overlap, but the pass was never on.
Oh,
He
that was
just
the header
clips it
on.
into the top corner. That is an unbelievable effort from Bruno
Can you
there.
imagine?
He just hasn't got anything else to do with it, has he?
And he would have been onside as well.
What a save, to be fair.
Fucking fingertip.
It was-
And then Ahmad.
It's
an
a
unreal
half
save.
cross, half shot. It doesn't, because it's a tapping.
That's a fantastic save.
It's
Yeah, it
a
is.
tapping.
Ahmad puts it in between Mount.
See the
For
anguish.
tapping.
Can see the anguish from Mount's
That's
face
a
when you
brilliant
seen it.
save that, you know. Just a
at
tippy on that.
What a save!
And then Ahmad.
I think within that, it's getting lost. What a sitter we've just missed.
Yeah. Probably should have done better there, Ahmad. He's sort of, I think he's torn
But we come
between
again.
trying to head it in and squaring it to Mason Mount. Just a gentle nod down, and Mount's got to tap in from 2 yards
We're
out.
looking very dangerous on
Yeah.
this right-hand side.
It's
Ahmad's
got a lot
flowy.
better, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Got
Controlling the
started
game
getting
now.
the control
Well
now.
Nice.
Bruno
Some of
feeling a
these
bit
flicks
confident.
coming. Oh.
That's a shit
Corner
cross,
ball.
but luckily we've got a corner out of it. This is better.
Yeah.
This is a lot
Open up
better.
now.
Let's get a second.
Really racking up that XG right now.
I mean, what's it saying?
I don't know. I've not put it up because it'll
To be
a
fair, I
headers.
don't think there's been any like mad close range. I think
Yeah,
I think Mount's goal, for example, will be quite low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
They've probably got higher, haven't they?
And then
That
Cesco.
Bruno shot
Nah, they
goes
haven't.
in.
But
because
I-
of that
I-
chance they had.
I wondered whether that
gotta be
Traore's shot even went down as a shot because he did
'Cause he
get
didn't
a touch.
touch it.
No,
I
he
think
did.
he did,
He
yeah.
did touch it, but it was such a shit shot that not in a
Yeah.
direction. I probably didn't. Do you reckon it?
I don't know.
Can't find out.
It's hard to judge intent, isn't it? But I think he was clearly shooting. It's just whether the robot that does these things knows.
Yeah. Imagine your shot was so bad
Little
that
flick on.
it just
Oh,
gets.
shit.
Terrible corner.
Imagine your shot was so bad they say,
Goes down as a tackle.
"Oh,
Hold on,
Ahmad.
Oh, panic then.
Ahmad's been great today, man.
Yeah, he's looked really good.
Not lively."
Best start of the season for him so
He's
far.
come
I
under a
think.
bit of criticism, hasn't he?
Yeah. Look at this Lomans look. Classy. Classy as hell
See
on
if
the
it goes
ball.
down.
Playing his own game,
Goes
isn't he?
down to the shot.
Lovely.
Look at this. What a guy. That's the sort of 10-yard pass you just don't make. Most players can't do that. Snipsy. Win
No,
the
it
foul.
didn't. It didn't.
Win the foul.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Good
He
job.
didn't go down as a shot.
See, that's rough stuff, innit?
That's definitely.
That's how bad
it's,
it was.
It's obviously his shot.
Yeah.
Robot's broken.
Yeah. It's annoying stuff like that. Basically, since we said United haven't really controlled the game,
We've
United have
controlled the
controlled
game.
the
Yeah,
game.
controlled it.
Last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Everything
United-
down this right-hand side.
Yeah,
to be fair.
literally nothing down the left.
Yeah.
All being funneled down, and you can see now, look, they've got a sort of 5-man box around Brian and Burmo there.
It's the Ahmad
But then
Dallo
this is
difference,
where you
isn't
should
it?
have a little bit of space on this side if you can get there.
Then you've got no one there
And a
to
lot-
capitalise
True.
on that. It's so annoying.
A lot of the
'cause-
possession he had was good, but didn't really didn't manufacture any openings apart from that one
Yeah,
Traore one.
yeah.
They've still technically not even had a shot.
But we all know.
Well, you think it's just?
Oh, that's
Ref.
a booking ref.
See
It
you
should
later.
be.
Yellow
Do you
card,
think
yeah,
it's
rightly so.
typical United fashion where the first shot technically and it just ends up going in?
Yeah, probably. Even though they've had one. Some good technical stuff out of these two today. And
Yeah,
making it
really
well,
nice.
what you imagine this partnership would be like,
Mhm.
where, like you said, I can't remember who said it, where they're both capable of getting the ball in that area and be dangerous with it on the
Yeah.
corner of the 18-yard box, crossing and shooting from there. Really good.
That's the thing. If you can create fluidity and interchangeability where they can both be picking up the same positions, but the other one knows where to be.
That's a
You
poor
know.
pass.
It was a sort of, I'll put it in that space on the pitch and hope a United player gets there. From Casemiro. Throw into United then, just inside our half on the left hand side. Mount with a little flick on.
So the thing when you reduce the system to this formation and people are critical, like there's things that you might lose in one area of the pitch that in theory you should be gaining elsewhere.
Yeah.
This is just
Yora's rolling forward. Here he goes.
Square it.
I was hoping for
a bit more cut back on that.
I was hoping for a pullback there.
Yeah. Nice to see Yoro getting forward though.
It'd be nice to get a second. I still want the second.
Before half time, it'd be really nice.
Yeah.
I want
Because we had this against Burnley, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
What was it, 2-0 to 2-2, or was it
1?
Which one? Burnley.
It was 1-1.
Was Burnley still like
1-1,
Burnley?
2-1, 2-2.
I missed
We went ahead
Burnley.
3 times in that game, didn't we?
I missed the Burnley game, but by all accounts I heard it was like
We all
was
missed
it our best performance?
I don't think so. I thought
First half we should have been 3 up and it would have been great.
actually it probably was our best.
Go on!
Cesco with a goal.
2 and 2.
Tap in from 5 yards out, but
We
it's
love that
position
we
in there
start.
from Benjamin Cesco. Brilliant.
Second.
Time starts now.
Starts now.
We've got a striker. Come on.
He looks much happier this
Was it
week.
just a long throw in, flick on?
Who got the
Cesco.
I didn't even see what happened there with the flick.
No, I'm not sure either.
Is it Mount or
Light on the screen.
I think it was potentially Mason Mount. Yeah.
Come on.
Mason Mount doing his little.
No, I think he's saying stay focused.
let's go.
Not that was my assist.
No, yeah, I think he's talking to the players now, isn't he? Stay on this, keep going.
Don't mean to alarm you boys, but we might be back.
Shut up. You're going to be calling for the manager's head when we draw 2-2. Right, who is this? So it's a long one in. Oh, I think it's
one of them, innit?
yeah. Did you see?
from there?
Apparently, UEFA gave Garnacho an assist for an own goal the other day.
I know.
That's proper
No,
games gone shit. That. You
I-
can't assist an own goal.
I'm not accepting that.
That's bollocks.
Really good from Cesco.
Yeah, really
Simple,
good stuff. Just what you want
harder than
strikers to be
it
doing.
looks.
Can't miss
Top
it a minute.
strikers
Yeah.
score 15 to 20 of them a
Of them,
season.
yeah.
Like you don't make up your goal catalogue by smacking them in from 18 yards out. That's how you score goals.
Unknown
first
quantity,
shot.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's shown a lot of substitute appearances. I didn't really know much about him, but Cesco, it's been a case of when
Yeah,
he comes to
you
the big
felt
club.
that way for sure. Yeah,
I think we're back. Yes.
I think we're doing all right.
Apologies there, just a little dip down. I'm not sure what happened there. If you can refresh, people still saying that it's down. Can you check on yours, please? We're back. Okay, great. Apologies there. Not sure what happened. Just some level of disconnection, but I think we are back live again. Yeah, we are. Cool. I think it's let's just say Sunderland fan hackers that have tried to bring us down. But you know, that's you got to put with these things, haven't you? Super chat from Cesco Santa Clara, which if that's your name,
Superb, isn't it?
can't beat that really,
Yeah.
can you? Good morning, lads.
Well done.
So maybe he's in Santa Clara. We've got a little time zone hint there. So maybe he's just called Cesco and he's from Santa Clara. Have you noticed any changes / adjustment to the squad today, formations or tactics wise? Tell you what I've noticed. Ahmad has looked back to himself. Not hugely, other than that.
I think tactically, United have, for the most part, I think been defending in a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-2 press, which I think is what United, always should be doing. Rather than defending in. Obviously, right now we're defending in a back 5.
Yeah.
But when we're pressing high, it should be a 4-4-2, and we've seen that at points today.
Yeah.
It's a good ball.
Delon needs to just make
done.
sure he's
Sharp.
because a lot of their attacking play comes down the left as well. So
It's a very
Doing
kind
there.
Oh,
I thought fucking Hall of Fame pickpocket.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna.
couldn't tell if it was Masuaku, was it? I don't know if he did that on purpose.
Oi.
Down
Oh,
again.
dear, oh,
Watch your
dear.
fucking shoulders, man.
Well done, Joran.
Just about.
That's chest.
Oh, that's a foul. That's a book in that. It's a book in that. Nasty.
very-
Nasty
It's a
stuff.
very asymmetrical game. This
Yeah, it's all been played down that.
on both
Yeah.
teams. It's
Our
kind of
right hand
all-
side, their left hand side,
Yeah.
I would say has been probably 70% of the game. Barely anything down the left. Dallo just doing enough
Oh.
there to
Sure,
That
a
one,
little-
that's one
gives
that
it
could
away.
be,
Yeah.
rechecked. Hopefully, they're not.
Surely not. It didn't look like a.
Maybe not enough, but
Yeah.
he has to be careful because he did put him down.
Did
Was
it?
he saying that?
Yeah,
they
What's
happened there?
checked?
We're checking for a penalty. Did he say that, or are you guessing? Yeah.
I didn't think there was a lot in
I
it.
don't think there was enough in that.
Yeah,
I do remember what they're talking
I'll
about.
tell you, that is that's a yellow though.
yeah.
Frustration challenge. What I don't want us to do is concede before half time.
Yeah, get to half time because it's almost like
You know,
now.
2-0. Everyone says it's
10
the
minutes,
worst
yeah.
scoreline. Is it? Yeah.
And now it's like I feel like we almost need Amram to get him in and say, don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't sit back. Don't try and defend it. Don't let the second half turn into a fucking ball in the sky tackle fest like we saw against Chelsea and against Brentford. Keep playing football. Keep doing what you're doing. As Sunderland are about to make a
Early
sub
change,
here.
Someone hurt.
I don't know.
Might be because they've got a couple on yellows.
Could be tactical, you know. Could be a tactical thing.
What do we know about Sunderland's manager? Because I'm not too clued in.
I don't know
to be honest.
no
anything
idea.
about him at all.
No,
No. Which is
I won't claim to either.
not very good, really, but I don't.
10 minutes, see out the half.
Yeah.
Who is it? 24. Xhaka.
No.
Adingra. I think he's fit as well, you know. Oh, they've gone man for man now. Because that's a centre half coming on now.
Is it? So Dingra's going off, and we're seeing. He looks like a centre.
Evan Ferguson.
Yeah,
Ballard.
Ballard, yeah, he's a centre half. Hooked in the first half.
Yeah.
So what you said, Ronnie? They're going to 5 at the back.
I reckon they're going through at the back now, trying to match up.
Yeah. 'Cause at the
Yeah,
moment.
breathe.
See, this is the thing as well that like, do you know? Oh no, I talk about this all the time because obviously it's personally
touch,
offending.
Oh,
then a poor. There was another touch to be had there.
He's been shocking, Dallas.
Really poor.
Do you know when people talk about sort of figuring United out and we're too easy to figure out, and Fulham and Iwobi and all that talks about it after the game? Sunderland here, and obviously it's just Sunderland, but they are changing their tactics because we are dominating at the moment. Obviously now the thing will be is if they do that and immediately get a foothold in the game, come back to 2-all, 3-2, and we didn't do anything to counteract it, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I think this constant thing of like
I
our
think it's
tactics
lazy.
are so much more simple and predictable than everyone else's.
You don't hear that when a team's played well. It's that they've worked. That they must have worked out the opposition.
To be fair, we have got a really good record in Ramram against promoted sides.
That's why they love that graphic, don't they?
I'll caveat that.
They love that graphic of
and
current
caveat,
Premier League teams, and they
But
take out all the ones.
For me,
that
I
go
don't.
down.
Sometimes I hear it, but I'm like, you just beat who's in front of you, man. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck that. If you lose to all the relegated sides, you're not winning the league.
Because sometimes
either.
they can be jarring to play against the promoted teams in terms of when they not so much anymore because they usually try and play, but back in the day they just set up so defensively.
Yeah.
You know, like they just come
yeah.
in with like a 5-4-1 and just try and defend everything.
It's not a bad little.
Oh.
That was under fives level.
Little stoop for them.
We were just like
Trying to head a ball that's like coming.
it. That was really like a kid. It looked like a little kid. United on the counter attack here. Not anymore. A little dip in our service there.
Probably
for a
missed a
second.
shot, you know.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just thinking, see out the half.
Yeah.
I think that seems to be the.
It's like we got the
approach.
second goal and they're
Yeah,
well done,
it's
Bruno.
nice.
Done some good stuff today, Bruno. Good quality stuff.
Do you think we play? I think obviously it's Sunderland, but play better football, man. When I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
I don't know. Certain someone's not in the middle
Yeah.
of the pitch.
Yeah.
Slagging off Mainu, are you?
No,
I'm just saying that to encourage you to say the person you're talking about.
Ugarte.
There you go.
This is what I've been clamouring for Amram to do, is to not play Ugarte in games like this.
Clamouring for Amram, isn't that
For Amram.
not
No.
safe for work fan fiction you wrote about?
No,
Bruno?
it's for him to not play, because we don't need to be playing Ugarte
I wouldn't
in games
mind
like
5
this.
at the back. No, I get you. I do get you. There are certain games where, like, you look at some of the great teams, they don't even always even play with like big, heavy defensive midfielders. If you can control the game without that, you don't need to play with the sort
I
of
think he's too
dog
poor on the
middle.
ball to be to be just be a destroyer midfielder.
But he's not good at the destroying
No.
part either.
The manager looking a bit sulky. Let's make sure we get to half time. That's a good point. 5 minutes to go, probably 7 or 8 with stoppages.
I want to know when Cesco is going to score his
Right,
first.
come on now, Dallo. Bit of quality.
Don't do something.
Bit of quality, Dallo.
Just feed the right. Go on, Cesc.
Dallo?
He's gonna score now, Dallo.
This was never on there, was it?
Ignore me. I'm
With the
hoping for
left.
it.
I know. I want to like him.
I don't know. I just like him,
I just like him, don't you?
and he makes it hard to kind of like.
The thing
pine
is,
for
it's all mental with him. Technically and physically, he's pretty top. But just some days he's not on it.
No.
I also think Dalot's not the player that you can have like play one game here and one play there. I think he doesn't have the brain work for that. You know what I mean? It's almost like you know, like just when you play week in week out, you gain kind of a rhythm and focus.
Yeah.
And things start becoming a little bit more kind of subconscious, don't they? And he needs to be in that like flow state, otherwise he's a little bit, like you said, a bit shaky. Good stuff from United so far.
Yeah.
Other than that first sort of 5-10 minutes where Sunderland had a couple of dangerous moments, I think it's
kind of the flip side from our usual timeline in terms of momentum in games.
Good point.
Quite get hold of that.
Helpful little clippy, that, wasn't it? See, this is what I don't want to happen. The ball's just in the air for the next 50 minutes like it was against Brentford. I don't really get, what was Luke Shaw trying to do there? It's like we're 2-0 up now, we can kind of do what we want. You're like, why are you
Go
just
back,
clipping the
keep
ball
the
up?
ball.
Yeah, keep the fucking ball.
Just
clipping
wait and
it up.
put a bit of pressure on, because I mean this. You don't want to give them too much of the ball, do you?
No. And they're going to have a throw in now. They could play it short, get a ball into the box if they want to. I just think it's like, we're 2-0 up, let's just.
Because it's sustained Sunderland possession now, and granted not in key areas of the pitch, but we're very much sat in to get to half time.
Yeah.
This is what I didn't like against Chelsea though.
Yeah,
we got away with it where like just before half time you get a bit nervy and then you surrender territory and possession. I don't want us to concede. 2-0 can be such a sketchy scoreline, especially with this team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
If you just carry on as you are, though, there's everything to say you'll go 3 up, because we've shown so much more than Sunderland in this game.
Yeah.
We looked like we were going to score every time we went forward, and now we've
not
kind of handed the impetus to them when they've not really shown anything yet in terms of.
We've got to win this back here.
I was going to say no. I was thinking, how did we
got
keep
through
that?
2 of them there. It's a foul.
It's a foul.
Yeah, we'll have that. He's not giving it.
He's done the whole not getting on the end of it type of.
Jesus Christ,
Xhaka.
that's a hell of a pass.
Fucking hell, Xhaka. I'm not sure about that touch there.
I think he was going to clear it one, and then he thought, do you know what? There's no one around.
He was like, all right, have another go.
Fucking
hell.
Yeah, he was going to just sweep it out for a throw, but then he realised there was no one near him and he could keep it.
Might shoot.
Good save. Well done. I think he was going wide, but don't risk it. Hell of a shot stopper, this lad. He can stop shots that aren't even going in, that's how good he is.
I'm already sold.
Is this their first corner?
I think so,
Because I don't think we've seen him tested in a corner either.
Yeah, I think he's going wide,
two
but
hands.
don't worry
I don't
about
care.
that. No, I don't care either.
If we don't concede, I don't care, because I
want
want the thing of like some saves for the comp.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll look to
when you're piecing your little
want to test it.
you got your
Drop the ball
Premiere
on him.
file on the timeline later of Loman's compilation.
It's no good if there's no saves on it, man.
Yeah, that's true. He's so good, he can get
not there. The
as
throwing was
far
like-
as outside of the post. How can anyone hope to score within the post?
If he can save,
You
the
can
ones
save up to the edge
outside
of the fucking 6-yard line, this lad. Double the net, we don't care.
Ref's right. The throwing was all the way up here. I was wondering that.
Yeah. Back out.
They've
swing
not
one
gone
in.
long.
Someone press him then, come on.
Go on.
Keeps.
Go on, first test. Yes!
There we go. Compilation, man.
Yes!
Biggest cheer of the day.
Oh my god. I think Bayern would have stopped that. I think he would have as well.
Bayern Day wouldn't.
No, it's good stuff.
But he's 1 for 1. Claims.
100% claim
Yeah,
record.
That bit of contact on him.
Yes, man.
What other keeper in the league has a 100% record on claims
I can't think of one.
in the world?
I've seen Bayern Day take that kind of contact and look for a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what a keeper we've signed.
Tragic, isn't it?
Okay, that is the agenda right now. We are going to support him no matter what. I'd say because we need a good keeper.
Yeah.
So
If he lets a
talk
goal in,
into
I'm
existence.
going to call up his sponsor and sue them. Whoever made his gloves, it's their fault that the ball went in, if it ever happens.
You've got to remember it's been raining.
Oh God, it's been raining.
Too much space.
A touch. Ish.
3 minutes added on. It does just feel like we're kind of hanging on to get to 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dallo.
Hello.
good
Oh,
flick.
lovely flicky.
Go on, Ad.
I think that might go out.
Get to it.
Go out.
Lovely.
He's kept it in.
Right, what you got? And Boomer's got to be back in one
Early.
somewhere here.
They've got back fairly well, to be fair.
Flippy back posty.
I think they've got
Yeah,
back
they've got
really
like
well.
7 men in the box.
Needed to be early.
Yeah.
So is that when they sprinted back faster than we sprint forward? But that usually is the case, isn't it?
Sprant.
Sprinted.
Do you know what?
I don't know.
Sprint should be a word.
It actually should
Yeah.
be sprint.
Run, ran, sprint, sprant.
Go on.
Hit that.
No one from the pass.
Dagger.
Oh,
If he
He
hit
had
that
to shoot
first
there.
time-
There was literally
Yeah,
no
had
one
to
in the
shoot
box.
there. I don't think Bruno shoots enough. I used to think that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Well, do you know when he
Although
first
if
came, he was
Because he's
pinging
known
it all
for
over, wasn't he?
he's known for being a bit of a long range.
Have you ever seen that one
Nice.
he scored for
That was
Sporting, where it's
outside.
like
Yeah.
Go on.
Careful.
I was hoping that
he's won the ball. He's played the ball.
his touch was like.
I thought Mount played the ball there.
not
Seemed
sure.
like a
If
bit
he
of a-
did, we'll get it checked.
Hope he's not hurt.
No.
Yeah, it's Mount playing the ball and he stamps on his foot.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's Mount's pass.
I'm not sure it is.
Bad hang.
It's Mount's pass.
Pen.
See that from
No,
the
but
other side then?
No,
Check it,
not enough
check it.
contact.
There was a decent amount of contact. I don't know.
Well, there's enough
There weren't
contact
none
for
of
him to
those-
give a foul the other way because he thought it was a.
None of those angles.
So it was one of them
were
just
very-
no decision, you reckon?
Yeah, maybe.
We had the ball in the box there. It's kind of frustrating that he's given a foul against us when
Yeah.
Mount's at the very least
Yeah.
played the ball. Possibly been
Yeah,
fouled.
I would like to have seen that from a sort of face-on view, because it's all from behind where I think the legs kind of got crossed over, but it did look like Mount played it and then got sort of stood on. It's always a weird, like,
I
grey
just-
area where if I step across you as you're striking through the ball and you
Yeah.
kick me, did I foul you by stopping you kicking the ball, or did you foul me because you kicked me? That can go either way, can't
Better
it?
not
at times?
concede here.
Why are you putting your foot up there?
Oh no.
Oh dear.
You-
Is that
He's not
be-
gonna get. You're not gonna get a penalty for that.
You might.
What's happening?
Line's
Is he
been
going
given a
straight to the
penalty.
screen?
Oh, there's
Nah,
nothing
he's
there.
never gonna get a pen for that. No, they
He
won't give
didn't
it
touch him, I swear.
because it wasn't given as well. They won't change it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
absolutely
It's
not.
not
He
made any
doesn't go
contact.
near his
Touch him.
face.
I think him.
They're cheering like they're giving
I
a
think
penalty
it's
there.
a penalty.
It doesn't hit his face though. He's
Oh no, but it doesn't matter. It's,
It's
a
not a
high
penalty.
foot.
Obviously not giving that.
well.
What's
are
the
they-
cheer? What's the big cheer we've heard there?
Oh, VAR's give a pen.
No, it hasn't. The fucking joke.
No way. No way is that a pen. Not a chance.
What the fuck?
Oh.
He
Nah, he's not
chuck his
giving that.
head.
He's not giving that. They're
He
not
doesn't
giving
chuck
that.
his head.
Obviously.
He doesn't kick him in the head, and he holds his
giving
head.
it.
Doesn't matter
not
if he
within
doesn't
that.
matter if he touches his head. It's
But I don't
about
think
playing in a
it's
reckless
even-
way.
I know, but
Which could be
that's
a.
reckless,
It could
though.
be a. Is it a foul or is it an indirect free kick? I don't know when you do
I
something.
don't think
that's-
it's either. Because if you go down holding your head, you fucking
It's a
treat
bit
the ref.
tricky because he's not touched him because he's
Yeah.
clearly not touched him. But in theory, that's a foul. I think.
I don't think-
Because how's he meant to challenge that ball with his head when
Yeah,
Cesco's
check's
boots
cleared,
there?
isn't it?
I think that's dicing there.
You're going to the board.
No, we're gonna
think
give
that's
it.
bollocks. I think
That's
that's
bollocks.
absolute
That's
bollocks.
bollocks.
I think that's bollocks.
And then
Well, obviously he's got to look at it now and decide.
It's not. It's a penalty in it. He's not going to look at it any other way. I don't think. I think that's absurd. I get what you're saying, Tom. But I think that's
Because the idea of that part of the rule is not that it's a foul. It doesn't need to be a foul. It's playing in a dangerous manner.
But
So
his
in
foot-
theory,
his-
is it a high foot that means it endangers the player?
But then he doesn't kick him,
I know, but
and
it's
the player does win the
proximity,
ball
innit?
with his head.
But I think that the Sunderland player slightly pulls out of the header, and if he doesn't, he probably could flick it personally. I think he looks at the last minute. It looks like he shies away because he sees a boot. And I think if he does,
But he doesn't.
then
I just think surely there has.
does he impact him? Because it looks like he's going to header it, and then he just
But to
comes
give a
away.
penalty for that.
See what
What's
he
he
says.
going
Can
to
we
say?
turn it up
Can we get a bit of
slightly?
volume, please?
That's not a pen.
Hey?
What the fuck?
That's very strange. He's not good.
I don't think he's going to give it.
Yeah.
No. He is.
He's not giving it.
I think he is.
Wow.
Yes. So, yeah,
No
yes.
foul.
No foul.
So wait, he's gone to the screen and not given it.
That's rare.
Did they
that is
recommend a
very rare.
penalty? That's the first time that's ever happened at a Man United game.
Yeah, I can't.
I know it's
remember
happened
the last
before.
time
It's
that's
never
ever
happened before for United. So did VAR? Can someone find
The
out?
VAR tried their
VAR
best.
tell him it's a penalty.
So they recommended a penalty, and then
Wow, and he said no, I don't agree.
I rate that.
Rate that.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, well in, ref.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and I think that's the right call. Lovely.
Wow.
Let's
I
not
agree.
concede
I
here,
think
though.
it's right. I do get what you're saying, Tom.
So I think that's a high
Do
foot
you
personally.
Are you putting your foot in an area where
It's
the
not-
player has to kind of succumb to your
Because to
decision
me,
making?
he went to head it. He sees the boot and he kind of does that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make contact, but it completely changes the way he goes to flick it on. And I think that's dangerous play. Personally,
I was
Yeah,
about
it's
to
not-
say, imagine we conceded from the.
Whereas for me,
corner
I think his
straight away anyway.
foot is like a foot away from the player's head. I think the only thing that nearly makes contact is Cesco's knee or thigh.
That's
When
a,
you're-
bro. That's
it's
a
not-
fucking big miss. That.
It's not Cesco's.
I think what doesn't help him is that he goes down like he's been hit in the head.
Well, he holds his head.
I think if he goes up screaming like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
then it might be
Yeah,
it might be looked
because
at
their
better.
player is trying to buy a penalty based on head contact, which wasn't there. So I think that definitely counts against you. Is it half time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Half time,
Oh, it's
Manchester
controversial,
United
isn't it?
2-0.
It's not Cesco's
Massive
fault,
moment
he's
that is a
got
massive moment. I've
flexibility with
literally,
Ballerino.
I don't think that's ever happened at a Man United game. The penalty wasn't given. VAR told him to go to the screen, presumably to give the penalty, and then the referees looked at it and said, I'm not giving it, I think it's a corner. That's mad. And I don't know if that's a change in directive from the referees, where it's more about, because this whole thing of like the screen being this kind of pantomime farce, have they changed the way they want to look at that? And, you know,
See, I
it is
don't
more
mind
of a
referees being
conversational
told,
thing.
go and have another look. Rather than the VAR saying, I think this, saying, I think that you should just have another look because it's potentially a big moment in the game, just to make sure what you think you've seen is what you've seen.
Very interesting. Really, really interesting. We'll obviously look at that. We'll look at some of the stuff. Just generally on the half, Ronaldo, what did you make of that 45 minutes from Manchester United?
I thought we are well worth the 2-0 lead. I think we've been fairly comfortable. I think they had a little bit of a 5-10 minute spell early where they were getting their foot on it and controlling it a little bit, even though I think we still had too many breakaways in that sequence where we looked dangerous down the right. I think we looked very, very, very dangerous down the right with Ahmad and Mbumo. I think if we just keep feeding the right, we can kill the game off. Mount's finish was brilliant, touch and finish and quality. We do have the quality on the team. I'm happy for Cesco being alert and alive in the box, something we complained about with Rasmus Højlund. And defensively, we didn't really concede a shot up until the last 10 minutes or so. I know that Traore didn't count as a shot when I think the low fell asleep at the back post, but I think it's been fairly comfortable. I thought we looked good going forward, especially down the right.
Yeah.
And I think we have value for the 2-0 lead.
I need to provide a correction. The ref gave the penalty.
Right.
So we don't have much volume on here. Apologies for this, because
Oh.
we don't want the sound of the game to be picked up on our microphones.
Did he go to the linesman and then it got given on pitch?
Because it would be, because it would, I don't know, it would be a copyright, so we can't have the audio of the game coming through. So we have it on, but we have it on quite quietly. I didn't see the ref point to
It
the
wasn't
spot.
clear. It wasn't clear that they'd given it.
From what we saw that the ref had given that. So correction, the ref didn't overturn VAR. VAR overturned the ref.
Interesting.
Which to me is almost more
Crazy,
surprising.
really.
Because, like you said, Tom, obviously you've got a bit more reffing experience than any of us. As much as it pains you to say it.
Well, you referee?
I used to.
Yeah, he used to ref. But before the
kind
game
of level?
went to shit.
I didn't.
Reffing
I didn't chase it into getting like my
Prem.
assessments all the time. But that was
Because
alright.
reffing used to
Yeah.
be, let's be honest, it was about partying. It was about the session.
It was
after
different.
The ref.
Yeah, it was different back then. It was a different time.
It was the after party. It was you. Clattenburg, Uriah Rennie, round a table, mirror in the middle,
Thailand.
getting absolutely off your shit all weekend. And then it became about the game and the sport. VAR killed it.
Oh.
Used to be hanging out your arse in that VAR truck. Now you can't do any of that anymore.
So on that, with that rule, I'm pretty sure I might be wrong, but I think it's not like a foul. It comes under like foul and misconduct, and it's about a dangerous way of playing. So that's why it's about how high's the foot and what's the proximity.
I think it's a no contact.
Proximity to another player. Contact isn't necessarily relevant if the foot endangers you by being there.
I think in this case, the fact that he went and held his head has actually counted against him. Because I think the reason they gave it on the pitch is because of him holding his face. And then when you look at actually why are you holding your face, the only thing that's hit his head is the ball, and that didn't hurt. So you can tell I agree with what you're saying, or I accept what you're saying, but I think the fact that his foot was so far away from his head and that he's pretended he's been hurt in his head all adds up to you're trying to force this more.
But it's a little bit like if a bad tackle comes in and you know it's a bad tackle and it's going to send you on your arse, but you ride it rather than taking the contact to break your leg. You know, do you have to take the contact to get the foul?
It's a shame, but I think
does
more
he have
often
to
than
take
not,
the boot to the face to get it?
I think. Well, do you remember? To agree to your point, I think it was in the Manchester derby. It was probably 20 years ago. But Cristiano Ronaldo got sent off. He ran in, dived, feet up in the air, and stabbed his feet down at the ground. Didn't touch anyone, but still got a straight red because it was clearly a dangerous play, even without hurting anyone. Tom Fox says, no, the ref gave the penalty and overturned it. Thank you, apologies. We missed that from our vantage point. High foot up your arse is played out. Love that. Steve Doyle tried to do us dirty, but it was so crazy they couldn't. I love this. Chris Thompson says, did I just see a United keeper catch a ball in his own area? Another goal to kill this game off. Yes, you did just see that. Let's talk about Lomans, because he was obviously one of the big talking points before the game. Truth be told, he's not had a lot to do.
He's not.
There was one save that I think was going for a corner anyway, or for a goal kick, anyway, but he made it, and one claim of the ball.
But what he has done...
Where there's a claim, there's a blame.
What he has done has been incredible, though.
Without doing anything at all, he's been world class, hasn't he?
I'm struggling to think of many better goalkeeping performances at Old Trafford in the first half. But
in recent times.
Recent times, I don't think I'm even wrong in saying that.
Just a wider look at some of the numbers then. In terms of possession, 52% to 48. I almost wish we could see that broken down by like 10-minute spells, because I think after our second goal went in, there was a concerted... I don't know whether it was an effort or an acceptance of Sunderland having more of the ball. In terms of expected goals, I know everyone doesn't love it, but 1.32 to Man United, 0.35. Ronaldo made the point before. There's a glaring omission on that, is that the best chance Sunderland had all game didn't even register as a shot because he missed it so badly and sort of sliced it so badly. So I think we can say the XG for this game is irrelevant, if it's ever relevant. In terms of total shots, it was 9 to United, 4 to Sunderland, 5 on target for us, 2 for them. Ronaldo.
There's also a question mark because it never got checked anyway, but the shot that Troy would have had, remember when he paused it, you didn't know whether the left back he crossed it was offside anyway. Before he crossed it.
I'm pretty sure he was onside.
It was like one of those where it was like
onside.
Even if he scored, it might have been a touch and goal. Whether it would have been would have stood. But anyway,
right hand side, massively the sort of preferred side for United in that half. We saw obviously in Burma carrying on what we've seen, especially from him at Old Trafford this season. Nice to see Ahmad looking like Ahmad again, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I said earlier in the season it seems like Ahmad hasn't quite defrosted yet. Coming back from injury, and he's lacked that kind of sharpness, and he hasn't looked his usual self. But today he's been much improved, really, really sharp on the ball, interchanging really nicely with Mbumo. They seem to be really, really growing in terms of their relationship and their chemistry on the pitch, and through that United have created the majority of their threat today. It's been very, very one-sided. The only thing I wish is that we could capitalise on the overload that we're creating on the right hand side by having a real outlet on the left to switch to, and in Dalot and Mount we haven't quite had that option to switch to, which is so far in the game it's been okay because we're 2 goals up and I think we are deservingly ahead. I'd say that's been the big positive for United it's
almost like obviously Mount got the first goal, but his involvement has been largely down to arriving on sort of other people's
Yeah.
good work, whereas the right-hand
Understanding the
side is
timing
where
there.
the ball has actually sort of transitioned up the pitch. Tom, in terms of the sort of mental side of things, how important is it that, you know, little bits of luck like their shot not going in, the fact that we've had, you know, a few big chances and scored 2 of them, like just those little bits that on a bad day don't go for you, how important is it that
This
they
is the
have to
difference, isn't it, between the result, you know, when people look too much at results, because realistically we should have gone 1-0 down on 3 minutes.
You don't like results-based analysis.
It's tricky, isn't it? Especially in the short term. Like, I've not seen loads today that's been massively different. Like Mount's chances barely a chance.
Yeah.
We deserved it, but we deserved to score in periods of games in the past, and we haven't done, and we've been sucker punched through, you know, sometimes through our own poor play. But we should have gone 1-0 down. We've done well to score. I think the control and dominance we had over the game for that 20 minutes was worth 2 goals,
Yeah.
and we got 2 goals, and that's nice to see. And we don't do that often, where our pressure results in what it should do. A little bit. I don't know why 10 minutes from half time we sit back. You don't want to see that carry on into the second half. It seemed a bit unnecessary to take the foot off the gas at that point.
Yeah.
And feel like we've maybe seen that before when you allow teams to creep into the game, because I don't think Sunderland have played their way into this game. I think, if anything, we've allowed them a period of consistency on the ball and being allowed to settle a bit, get some throws, get some free kicks, and that's what they'll want. They'll see that as an avenue back into the game. So I think it's important to come out in the second half and really go after it and kill the game off.
Yeah, I agree. I think that football generally, unless, you know, you'll have a top team will have maybe 5 or 6 games a season where they just control everything, and it's just one-way traffic, big chances, loads of chances. But most games have spells where you'll have, if you're the better team, your spell will last 20 minutes and theirs will last 5. But taking advantage of your good spells and not letting them score when they have theirs is a big part of what, you know, football's about. And I think today United have done exactly that. And so often this season, you can look at, you know, forget XG for a second, just look at shots on target. Almost every game this season, United have had more shots, had more attempts than the opposition, but we're conceding 1, 2 and 3 goals off of 4, 5 and 6 shots against us, whereas the opposite is true for when we're attacking. If we can just be a bit more sort of clinical and do what we've done today, where, you know, how many shots have we had on target? I think we've had 5 shots on target today so far, and we've scored 2 goals. It's not remarkable. That's a relatively repeatable number of shots on target to goals. 9 shots, 2 goals overall. Let's keep doing that. 20% conversion rate or slightly above. Like, that's just what football is. You capitalise when you have good chances and good moments, and you don't let them capitalise when they do. I think that's all right. I think that's fine.
Exactly.
I think to come on to, you know, we're talking about results sometimes, is that I think what I actually think is that, you know, you don't want to go too overboard when you have a bad performance or a bad result. If you saw things in there where it could have gone differently, but by the same token, we sit here quite content after that first 45 minutes, but this game means nothing on its own. It's important to get 3 points. You kind of have to, but it's about how we follow it up in the weeks afterwards. That'll be the difference with it, you know.
Thank you very much, Shane, for your super chat. I'll read it out. Super chat.
Thanks for your super chat. Let's move on.
Super chat was missed, and it's not the first time. I like this. It's like a head t-shirt. But can there be a respect for people paying money for your answers and opinions? Can we be more attentive to the supporters of the channel? I try to read every single super chat that I can. At the moment, I'm on the iPad where I can only see back as far as it will let me look. Which means that occasionally there's a higher chance that the super chat might get missed because one of our laptops is broken, so my usual laptop is being used over there. That's too much information. Thank you to everyone who sends super chats in. The channel generally, as a rule, and myself personally, 100% try to read out every single super chat that comes in. So if I have missed one, I do apologise. Suvik with the super chat says, Joe, it seems the ref didn't give it. The assistant suggested it. This is what Laurie's saying. Also, you missed my other super chat. Thank you. And Suvik with the other super chat says, actually, that's the same one come through twice, and this is the problem because I can't scroll back any further now. So I apologise that I've missed your super chat. My technical setup at the minute means I can't go back and find it. Apologies for that. FPL Mickle says, family over, so haven't watched. Is Lama's doing okay? He's not had a lot to do, but what he has done, he's done as smoothly and competently as you'd like. Ronnie, any thoughts on him?
I thought he's looked fairly good. I think when he's had to do things, he's done it well. So the cross claim was enough for me. We've not had a keeper do that for a couple of years, it feels like. And also, I think on the ball, he's looked decent as well.
Yeah.
A good solid first 45 minutes for him, and I'm hoping he keeps it up. I hope he's mint, because we need a goalkeeper, man, and I don't want to see Bayern back in goal.
Yeah.
I think some of the balls he's played long through the middle have often found a United attacker. They've had a good kind of weight behind them, so I think that's quite positive.
Can we scroll up on that, because that's the one that I've read. I need the one above that from Suvic. Keep going till we find Suvic's
Possibly
name again.
validates the decision a little bit, doesn't it?
I don't know where this is. There we go, Suvic there.
Game.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Is it possible that we're having a Hatterberg moment, meaning we are one fix away from a coherence? I like that as a phrase. I've never heard that before. I'll be adding that in. A Hatterberg moment. I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't know whether that's like a sort of that's going to have a Wikipedia page, or whether that's something that he's come up with.
Like baseball.
I don't know. I never think you one click away. But as I've said a million times, and I stand by it, the thing in football that can change how a team plays more than anything is confidence. I think that a team with maximum confidence and minimum confidence, there's a bigger swing in performance there than there is in any single manager change, any single player coming in. So if we can build that, that's the best way and best odds we have of looking good for the rest of the season.
I think even after United's first goal, you start seeing little flicks and little one-touch interchanges that you weren't seeing before the goal, and it just shows so much that a lot of this team really, really does need that boost in confidence to start performing more consistently.
We've got loads of super chats. It's become a sort of meta version of the super chat now. Rosadinho says first half was like Robson Carno. This is a shocking system here. How do I fucking get rid of that? Sorry, not Robson Carno. Robson, Kanchelskis and Giggs. No mention of Robson Carno whatsoever. But when I tapped it, a little box came up. Hutchell says, Joe R. King, you don't need to justify yourself. Thank you. Callum Ridings, Joe, you missed my super chat last year. Paul Shoes, apologies to everyone. And this one from PJ Trojan, sorry. Very well done. Very well said. And I won't read that super chat out, and you'll know why. Enchanted Angel says, the dude in the... Well, we've heard this before, but I'll read it, sorry. The dude in the purple jacket, I'd say blue, looks like both Ji-sung Park and Scott McTominay.
We've had that.
It is a classic, but you know.
It is indeed.
I think he's seen that said about Finn before, like enough time ago, where he thinks, let me try and pretend I'm the first one to say this.
I came up with that bad boy.
Yeah.
Ryan Merron simply says,
Second
super
half.
Chat. And I'll see you behind Marks and Sparks, Joe, according to Red Baron on Super Chat. The second half has kicked off.
No changes.
No changes, I don't think, for either team. Fantastic news, no changes or subs, according to Kieran Grant. Nice little team chat pre-kick-off, according to Omar Jets.
Bruno had him in a huddle on the pitch.
I like that. How is our team this similar to Liverpool's under Klopp's first couple of years? Decent, not 100% clinical, and susceptible to the counter, says Dan. The thing is, really all that matters is results, in it, to start with.
Yeah, we need results. I think
we need some results.
Need results now, man.
But let's keep seeing good performances as well. I say keep, not that they've all been good, but good performances are also very helpful. Harry on the boat. I will never read your super chat. Jay Hart says the general state of football is woeful at the moment. Long throw-ins are in. Arsenal are Stoke without the icky thumb. I miss sexy football.
Nice.
Cesco.
Yes,
fantastic.
Really, really
That's a
well
booking,
battled for.
I thought we kept hold of the ball.
Yeah.
Bad camera work there.
Yeah.
So I think the standard of camera work has gone downhill.
It's really, but I think the production on a lot of games that I watch in Premier League are really bad.
That was
shit. It's like they'll often be showing like inconsequential replays when the match is still going on, like going forward.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you shouldn't need the audio to be able to see that a penalty has been given and then overturned. There's four of us watching it, and we all thought VAR was trying to give a penalty. There, we see Cesco get fouled from behind, can't see where his pass goes, don't even know if a foul's been given, and it just cuts to a shot of the back of a Sunderland player. Shocking.
The replay one's the one that annoys me.
And when you compare it...
It will show like a replay, a nothing replay for no reason, and then like there's like an attack and you're in the final third going on, and it's just like...
I know.
Just move it on,
crap.
please.
And especially, I know it's obviously easy because it's a turn-based game, but when you watch like cricket sort of production instead, it's fantastic.
Waited far too long to play that.
Really passive.
Got away with it.
Like not all sports are the same, but I get football's one of the hardest to kind of cover from a production standpoint, but still a
Superb clearance from the keeper. there.
hell of a clearance. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, we have lost the ball, but that's going to happen.
Besides the point.
It's going to happen from time to time. Oh, that was fucking...
You know, it's because of Laman's clearance that we've won the ball now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is that a good pass? It is.
It is
I was
indeed.
quite nervous
It
about
was
that.
because it slowed up, didn't it?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking that's going to be a Sunderland player running onto that.
Nice. Can we?
That's
Stuck.
nice.
Rafa
Felt like he
D.
turned a bit slow there, but
I was hoping he played that a little bit quicker.
yeah.
Rafa D with the super chat says, "My name's Joe, and I absolutely hate super chats." Sam James has been a member for 38 months. Thank you. Says, "Really need a confident finish to this game. Liverpool game looming large." Some wrong shoe
done
says,
more
"Joe, you
with
missed
that."
my super chat behind Asda. Now bring Park Ji Sung McTom with you." No, if I'm ever going to be there, I'll be there by myself. And Joe Smith, this is right,
I'd back
says,
you.
"Help me, guys. That's not the real Joe Smith." Who said that? I don't know if I said that or this feels like free will being tampered with in real time, doesn't it? I'm speaking on behalf of
not the
myself
real
by
Joe.
someone named me.
I'm glad he pulled his foot away
Yeah,
then.
that's one of them where
No.
he's, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you know a foul there like that? If someone's running away from goal and you foul them in that corner,
So annoying.
that
yeah.
feels
So
so
annoying.
less worthy of a penalty than like a handball on the goal
But
line.
it's still like a foul within.
Yeah. No. We've started the second half how the first half ended, unfortunately. Not.
I
many
think the
chances,
nervousness
but-
of not getting many results it will probably get us to have the tendency to drop back into shape.
Yeah.
But I still think we usually defend reasonably well in that
Yeah.
in that case, because
Chelsea didn't do a lot at all, did they?
You got the back five.
Red Baron with another super chat said it's purple. It's like the black and blue dress. I don't know what that's in reference to.
Maybe it's the camera.
I think it's
Oh,
blue.
pretty
yours.
blue.
I think
It's a very purpley blue.
It's a
Perhaps.
purpley blue.
But I think it.
Yes,
We'll take that.
Yeah.
it's a purpley blue.
Where's that going?
That's a poor ball.
Like Casemiro.
Danny Rigo says, when are we getting Finn McPark merch?
Soon. Soon come.
FPL Mickle with another super chat I won't read. That's what it actually says.
Don't read this.
This has been a hell of a wind-up, hasn't it? Kenny, who's been member for 60 months,
You've
says,
been trolled
I,
now.
Joe Smith, will personally reimburse all super chats.
This is some weird
It's been
self-referential
hijacked.
postmodern live stream.
Yeah, I respect it. And as long as we're 2-0 up, it's all a good laugh.
Yeah, try this nonsense when we're losing.
I know, when it's
3-1.
2-all in the 93rd minute. That's a good swing
It's a
of
good
that.
ball.
Yeah, well
You
done.
didn't get a touch. No touch.
No. Goal kick.
Yeah.
Goal kiss. Anonymous People says, it's a super chat, you've got to read it out. It's that was true then and it's still true now. In the other scores, by the way, Tottenham beat Leeds 2-1. Arsenal currently 1-0 up against
Cesco
West Ham.
has now matched Gyökeres's non-penalty goals for the season.
Non-penalty goals. Love that.
Brian didn't score today. I mean, it's been quite nasty the way I've been hate watching him.
Yeah.
Because you only hate watching an individual player like in an agenda-driven way. It does feel a little bit.
It's
What do you rate it?
it's one of
Yeah.
the crueler parts of the human
It feels a
psyche,
bit-
isn't it?
Bit nasty, but
Yeah.
it's what it is.
It is what it is. And also,
it's double
Like, you're almost preying on someone's downfall. It's not.
and also, that was Sky Germany as well, wasn't it?
What,
The Sancho one.
originally?
Yeah, I think it was Sky, because it's Sky, but I
The
think it was Sky
007.
Germany, yeah.
Butterfly effect.
But there's been a few of them this season, hasn't there? Garnacho. Florian Wirtz.
I thought Vert's got an assist in the Charity Shield,
Doesn't
in the
count.
Community Shield. Doesn't count.
No, it's not. It's,
UEFA would have
it's not,
given
it's not an official game.
UEFA would have given Garnacho an assist for that, but I don't think
I thought it was.
anything of a refutable thing would have given an assist. You don't get an assist for own goals.
It's not an assist. It just isn't an assist.
You don't get an assist for own goals. If you fire the ball in the box, I mean,
No, but
It has to be like one of your players have to score, obviously.
yeah.
was that an official?
Because you haven't. Well,
You've not-
in the Premier League it is, but UEFA apparently gave Garnacho an assist for a cross that led to an own goal.
Right.
But I think
you get an
can't-
assist on fantasy for it as well.
Yeah, you do.
I think if you put the ball in an area where a defender can do nothing but put it in his own net, that's worthy of an assist.
But that's not always what own goals are, though, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Then you see
'Cause if you
Semenyo's assist last night. I think he just little 2-yard pass to Clivert,
them ones as
almost
well.
in his own half. Clivert runs half the pitch and bangs it in from 30 yards.
It's true.
People have spoke about the Busquets assist.
Yeah, where he literally rolls
When
it.
he literally
He rolls
just-
it a foot, and Messi takes everyone on and scores.
Yeah.
Right, come on. Keep going. Good pass.
Good pass because he was
Yeah.
in between him. Go under low.
Dallow's lost the track of the ball a little bit.
He's done that a few times, hasn't he?
But it's just that's obviously in the system. The wing back's getting like 1v1 situations.
Just got loose
Come
there.
on, Ahmad. Don't.
Oh, we're okay there.
Yeah, it's a good position taken up by
Yeah.
the lit.
Ned the Red said the second half feels like a parody of the first. And Steve M says, none of this is real, Joe. You've been in a coma since 2013.
Wake
You
up,
need to
wake
wake up. We've won 7 more titles and Moyes is now a Sir after the quadruple. Would I take that? Probably not.
No.
Think of the atrophy.
Think of the atrophy. Yeah, that's a good point. Although my cheekbones would be stunning. Daniel,
Go on,
Hit it.
go on.
Hit it.
Bumo. Go on and Bumo.
Oh, no.
too quick.
I want to know when Cesco's going to score his first like proper banger. You know, some of the ones
He's got that in him, hasn't he, outside the area.
It does well here, Cesco.
I thought he was going to hit it at one point there.
Ooh,
Ahmad was
could have had the overlap there. But the problem with that would have
He
been,
rushed it.
I don't think there was a square pass on. So Ahmed would have been at a really tight angle.
on his right foot.
On his
probably.
right foot, yeah. But maybe he could have opened up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fair enough, and Burmo taking that. But yeah, like you said, when he
come
rushed it. Oh, you
You've done all right there.
Bastard, lucky.
Daniel Gonsalves says Amorim sacking is postponed if we win, I guess. Yeah. I mean, as a footballer,
brilliant.
Fuck! Cesco's warm.
Yeah,
He's warm today.
saying he's a player.
little schmoozy round the corner there.
Silky
As a manager,
that.
all you're ever doing, by the way, is postponing the sack. That's
I
all.
guess,
That's your job. It's like playing Time Crisis.
Very few that
Every
leave on
time
their
you
own
kill someone,
terms.
you get a few
Yeah.
more seconds.
Cesco, don't introduce me to a life you cannot maintain. Because right now
I think
I'm
he can
like,
maintain it. I
Oh, that
Right
was
now I'm
number-
like, yo, you're moving me.
That was nice, wasn't it?
No,
Come
well
on.
done, Ahmed.
That's a foul.
That's a foul.
Shirt pull. What's he doing?
Yes, he's given it. He has given
minute
it.
there. He wasn't
What
sure.
was the
there,
delay
was he?
for?
I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes they replay it in their own mind, I guess.
Bumo,
Clear tug back
and
there.
Bumo to swing this in top bins.
Look at, he pulls his
Great
shirt,
close
doesn't
control. Yeah, well done.
he? Grabbage.
He has a little grab.
there,
yeah,
Pullage.
Yeah, easy,
there.
easy foul.
some grabbage and pullage.
Yeah. What are we thinking? Strike or cross?
Who's on it? Bumo or Ahmad?
If we go.
Nah, you can't hit it from there.
No. It's further out than I thought.
Get this on Cesco's head.
Cesco, eh?
Footballer.
TBH. Member for 5 months, thank you. Says Cesco's got Ronnie's side of the table lifting.
Oh,
Oh.
you what?
That's all I do.
It's an outrageous comment.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell, Bruno.
Oh shit.
God.
Oh, he might be gone.
He might be off.
Might be gone. Not on his
Someone's
debut.
going to get sent off here.
Not on his debut.
Gone.
Not on his debut, man.
I don't think it's a.
Didn't he clear it though?
It's not a penalty. Been booked. I don't think it's a red.
Book for dive.
Do we ever get to fucking see anything on this or what?
Because I think Lemons,
okay.
We'll just fucking work it out.
Is it Bruno there? Ah,
I think
Bruno's
Lemons
called
does
that.
clear it.
Oh, he's not touched
Yeah,
it.
he's not. Okay. Right.
He's been booked for a dive. Honestly, this production, this broadcast is
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's not touched him.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely shit. No, he hasn't.
Yeah, nothing
That's a
in there.
dive. So we all thought Lommers was about to get sent off, and actually their player's been booked for a dive.
theatre. I mean, he's
He jumps into Lomans.
His little arm,
His
but like,
touch was
there's nowhere
that's a
near.
good decision by the
The
ref.
touch was too far ahead, so he's thrown himself to the floor.
Yeah.
You know what? To be fair to Bruno, he made a hash of that, but it was one of them where
tricky one, wasn't
if you're Bruno Fernandes, how often in your career have you been in that scenario?
Yeah.
Defensively,
Probably a handful
long
of times in the last 10 years.
long
yeah.
ball over towards you.
It was a horrible bounce.
Half.
It moved in the air.
3 subs here for Sunderland.
Jesus, that was horrible, that. Are we past any sort of checks for that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
I
was just
think
worried
that's-
stuff doesn't get pulled back. They're making a few subs, Sunderland. Red Baron with the super chat. To be fair, every day we're all postponing death in a way. Lovely.
What a
Full-time
lovely,
production
yeah.
says the time crisis reference wasn't appreciated enough. Yeah, thank you. And Giga X9, give us another one, Cesco. I like that. Play another one. So, Brobby on. Formerly of Manchester United links fame. Ten Hag wanted him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Is he part of the perma-strapped crew, Robbie?
I see. Oh,
Do you know where like someone like
They wear something
Jamie
forever.
Vardy how he's
Yeah.
had like a bad wrist for 20 years? I feel like every time I see Robbie, he's got that hand taped up like that.
I think it's like a pitch aesthetic thing as well.
I like it.
it's an aesthetic
Like
thing.
Mankind, the wrestler.
But sometimes they actually have dodgy wrists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was that?
Mount,
Mount.
is it? Oh, fantastic.
Come on.
Well done.
See, this is the problem.
Low cross.
Yeah?
It's not a great ball. It's,
But it's like we get into the final third and it's like a non-winger there.
Yeah.
If he didn't head that to a player, I would have been like,
Yeah.
go on, Cesco. Oh,
well, he had a little look there, didn't he?
confidence
Thought.
is high. You can
Yeah,
tell.
yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
playing with a little bit
He's
of
turning and
spring
trying to
in
go
his
past
step,
people,
isn't
isn't he? Yeah.
Well done.
Delicious. This is some real hanging on for dear life type build-up play from Man United here, isn't it?
None of it's
nothing feels
convincing. Every
sexual.
pass is a
Every pass
few
is
yards
more
out.
scared than the last. Go on! Oh!
Desperate.
Everything felt like it was on the edge, didn't it?
5 passes in a row that you weren't sure were going to make it. I feel like he could have kept that.
Even at the very end, it was almost like,
Yeah.
could he have controlled it? Could
Could
he
have
have
done
not?
better there.
I think it'd be worth bringing Dorgu on.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, he
At
probably
this
would.
point.
That will definitely be one of the changes.
Kenny with the super chat just says, how's it going? In a GIF sort of sticker form.
Really well.
Owned Sawyer Hartley, is this Mount's best start for us? It's certainly
been good.
up
No,
there,
he's
isn't
had
it?
he's had a couple of good
Yeah.
games this season, man.
This season has been good. Oh, I was going to say, he's not quite read that well, has he? Go on, Mason.
Oh, I thought that went behind him, but go play.
What is that?
my
Alright,
God,
alright,
the low.
bro.
Get him
Come
off
on,
now.
You troll him, Lennon.
Okay.
Troll him, bro.
He's throwing.
He's making it hard.
Go on, yes! Oh!
No.
Get round.
Oh, brilliant.
Go on, Cesco.
The animal.
I thought he was going to get that, you know.
Yeah.
Hello. He's having a strange old game, isn't he?
Strange. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So we know we don't score in the next 2 minutes then. Yeah, no spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Except there's a sub coming up in 2 minutes and clearly we haven't scored in the meantime. Cool. We've got a couple of super chats. Rune says, if Joe misses this super chat, I'm cutting his hair. No chance. Full-time Productions, if you could have one biscuit for the rest of time. Am I also alive for the rest of time? Is this biscuit giving me everlasting life?
What an existence.
One biscuit
Probably
for
have
rest of your life?
biscuit of immortality.
Yeah.
by the
Not really a
sounds of it.
biscuit fan.
Yeah, but it's going to keep you alive for the rest of time, man.
Ooh, okay. Now
Something gingery.
Yeah, but for the rest of time, that's the
Yeah,
only one
yeah,
you're
yeah.
allowed.
Yeah.
See, it's a different question. What's your favourite biscuit and one for the rest of your life? If it's for the rest of my life, I'd probably go a nice biscuit or a nice biscuit. Something a little bit more run of the
What's
mill.
that? Just
I don't.
sugar?
It's somewhere between like a. I don't know. It's not shortbread, but it's
I can't remember the last time
inching
I ate a
towards
biscuit.
shortbread in flavour, but a bit more subtle.
Mm.
I'd go with that.
I'm still going something gingery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
bit
a
of-
chocolate hobnob. A chobnob.
Chob knob.
Don't like how that sounds. Sorry. Red Ned the Red. Sorry. Manon. Yeah, everyone shout that like that. Really good to see Yoro again having a good game. Yeah, he has been good.
And I knew it. It was obvious. It was so obvious.
Say that he just passed it straight to them and they're on the counter attack. Wouldn't look sure.
Why are you not chasing
He
that?
could have kept that in.
Why are you not chasing that?
corners. We're not good at them.
That's so
He
poor.
thought I can't get to this,
And then realised how
I
slow it
can.
was going.
Their last
Chase it.
You chase it anyway.
Their last big chance was that Ballard
Yeah,
header at
the
and
back post.
back post corner, which he should have scored.
Test for
And I don't
again.
like. And I feel like I've said this. It's always the innocuous corners
Yeah.
that end up in goals.
That was stupid. That Casemiro had enough time to stop that ball going out.
Nowhere near.
It's an
There we
absolute
go.
Shank piece.
We survive.
Live to tell the
That's
tale.
where Dorgu comes on.
Yeah, I think we make a couple of subs now. Yeah, Dallow's not been at the races.
He's not
today,
surviving
really,
this change, is he?
What are you looking at?
I'm just hoping Chris doesn't score.
Yeah,
Is that
Cunha.
bad?
he hasn't scored
Cunha
yet.
and Dorgu.
He's still on the pitch though.
Straight swaps for Dello and Mount, is it?
Could I get
I can
a
take
charger for this
And
iPad, please?
Bimo.
Because the battery's going. Thank you.
And Bemo's played a lot, so it's probably a Bemo.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Kedgery.
Oh, it is Mount.
Yeah.
Arsenal 2 up.
Saka in it.
Yeah.
Don't say Yokere's assist.
I know.
I do think Arsenal are going to win the title, to be honest.
You did?
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I think they were the best.
They were my
of what I've
favourites
seen.
before it, and I think it's just because of they've added some attack in impetus, but they're so good defensively.
Yeah, it's a penalty for Saka, so no assist.
No, there is. Oh, there's a
so
fantasy
glad.
assist, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, who gets fouled?
yeah, who gets
Yeah.
fouled? Yeah.
Oh, do you know
Bollocks.
what, Frimpong-
That's even more bollocks than the
Frimpong
goal
got an
one.
assist for Salah's penalty when he put the cross in that Hannibal handballed.
That's just utter
It's
bollocks.
fantasy though. Fantasy's
Fantasy's
different.
different,
Do you know what I mean? You
So
try
it's
and
not an
attribute.
official like.
Nah,
it
not
doesn't go
official.
down
No.
on like stat
But
sheets.
fantasy tries its best to attribute people's like
players,
influence in it. It
Yeah.
makes more. It doesn't make sense for that
Okay.
game.
All right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
We still haven't had our
Yeah.
first Cunha goal yet.
I know.
It's quite.
He looked really good those first few games, though, but it's,
Yeah, I've got no trouble with most of his
I think his
performances
performance
so
has been
far.
alright.
Yeah.
Against Brentford, it wasn't.
And I think that's telling because I think if his performances weren't good, you'd be hearing a lot
Yeah.
more about how he hasn't had a goal
that's the thing as well.
contribution yet.
First start back after injury, you
Yeah.
never. You're unlikely to be your best, are you? Couple of good subs to be able to bring on them too.
Yeah.
Cunha and
Mount and
Dorgu. That's a nice
Encouraging
couple of
subs.
That whole left-hand side's been tweaked, hasn't it? Not weirdly, even though, like we said, Mount got the goal. Not been hugely productive down that side, but we've not been as productive down the right second half either. So I think trying to switch it
He's
about
looked nice
is not a bad
at
idea.
it. Oh,
Keeper.
Keeper.
Bosh. Where's
Could
that
have waited,
going?
maybe. Don't know why risk
No,
it.
I
Well,
don't risk it.
Yeah.
He knows best. Player of his quality.
This is what we're doing.
Clean sheet on his debut would be nice, wouldn't it?
Certainly take it.
Is that overall possession? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
No 60-minute centre half change.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe Amram's a changed man.
Long throw for Sunderland.
Why do you feel like everyone's taking a long throw?
Why did people stop taking them? It just stopped being cool, didn't it? Because Pep thought
Yeah.
everyone wanted.
Oh,
Yes,
go on,
he's
Ahmad.
so good at that.
There it is.
Come on, space.
Oh, it wasn't on that way. He had to go more.
That way, it wasn't that way. It wasn't that way.
Ah.
Yeah,
It's a
Ahmad
chance.
was the one.
Ahmad
That's
was the
really
one.
frustrating.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
open it up and cut it back to Ahmad.
It's
and then
like
he
you
can
could
square
almost-
it.
Or even he could have threaded it ahead of him, the other
Yeah,
side
maybe,
of defender.
Yeah.
I feel like even he knew himself when releasing that it
Yeah.
was never
that one
the
to
right
feet
one.
behind the defender wasn't on, was
Yeah.
it? Unlucky.
Oy.
Only as good as your worst player, and that's Dallow, going to Red Baron. Mind your business says calling the poor child Tesco's. I don't know what
What's
that
that
means.
about? Ah,
Benjamin Tesco.
Benjamin Tesco's. It's not the finest slander name I've come across.
Yeah, it's not great.
And I like Tesco.
I seen
Yeah, I
that.
think
That's the
Tesco's
real
is my favourite
downside to
I
that.
see. I
What's
seen
your
the,
favourite supermarket?
Tesco's.
Tesco.
Yeah, for me.
Our nearest big one's Morrison, so I go there the most.
Ooh.
But I don't
Okay.
pick it.
Probably is Cesco. I saw
I'm a
I
Sainsbury's
saw
man
the
myself.
Frimpong.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I saw the Frimpong slander name.
Is it repeatable?
Yeah, it was I think it was like Sean Wright ping pong or something like that. It's
I think Frimpong's got a lot of...
Sean Wright ping pong. That is excellent.
I'm getting up. That's a foul throw. I got one off here at Central. It was just like G-Shock Arez and got somebody like.
Okay, off we go.
Oh, do you know what I mean?
Throw in.
Whoever this is, remember that? Seen that one?
Yeah, that was good. That was
For Jonathan David.
Jonathan David, wasn't it?
His slander name was whoever this is.
Just a picture of whoever this is.
I've seen that, yeah.
That might be the worst one.
That's worse
That's
than being
horrific.
compared to like a
Whoever this
dictator.
is. Someone's gone to the effort to get the stats up.
Yeah.
Whoever
Get
this
out of
is.
this area of the pitch, please.
Yeah.
It's not been a great 15 minutes of football, is it?
Ooh,
Oh, it was kind of nice, but
too much.
Go on then. They've given us a chance to push up here. Go on, Ahmad, get up.
That looks like a pick out.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Lovely.
covering.
Good.
Oh.
Oh, you felt like he could have got that. We've been running into a nice area of the pitch as well.
Do you think Sunderland have lost a bit of bite?
Definitely.
Yeah,
and this is the difference
just-
between 1-0 and 2-0. I know they could still come back and win this or get a draw, whatever. I'm not ruling it out. But they're playing with a lot more sort of lethargy and just like slowness than they would
Yeah.
be the other way around. They kind of think, I mean, we might get one, but as it stands, they don't look like they think they can win this game
Yeah.
anymore. That is a massive difference.
This is why you don't want like a dodgy goal being conceded, because
Yeah.
then it's like it could just then get them to like
Completely changes
get a
the
bit
game.
bright now.
Yeah. Instead, let's capitalise on the fact that they've gone a bit slow and
go on.
Go on. How so?
It's just gone so high. That's awful.
that's actually terrible.
It's just gone up.
I thought I was almost going to get my Casemiro goal then.
Oh.
Is it bubbling or...?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know what it doesn't for that kind of trajectory. There's no excuse, is there?
No, it's
It's
not.
just gone up.
It's like he's trying to cross it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's crossed it over the bar. Shame.
Yeah.
Big shame. Whoa, whoa.
Go on then.
Oh.
And again, and again, and again.
Oh.
There we go.
Love
Go
it.
on.
On Cesco.
Oh, good edit that,
yeah.
you know.
Was.
It's good defending that. Sort of letting them have the ball, but only in their half, which is weird. 'Cause in terms of territory,
Okay,
we're doing
so
quite well, but in
they've
terms
got
of
through there.
possession, it's all Sunderland at the minute. That's a good little nudge from Casemiro there, just slow him down. Get on that. Well done. Good pressure from Ahmad because it forced him into a bad touch there.
On his touch.
Yeah.
That's a poor ball. Trying to get players up there.
Yeah, we don't want them to build up any kind of momentum at all.
It's the nerves
So we got on the bench.
because the fans get frustrated then, don't they? And it feeds
Yeah.
down, and there's no reason for this game
Well
to
done,
be
good
going that way.
defending. Good defending, Delete. Get up, you told you. They probably know each other, don't they?
Yeah.
Ajax. I wonder if they were there at the same time at some point.
Did
I
probably
don't know
come through their academy.
I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
Was he Eindhoven?
We'll find out.
He's mistimed that.
Misjudged it.
So he
Nice.
knows Ajax, yeah.
Let's go there. He's
Very
Young
good. He's very good
Ajax.
at that. He's
yeah.
He's been at Ajax since 2010.
Looks after it, doesn't he?
So yeah, they will have probably come across each other,
Yeah.
won't they? Delete.
I beg your pudding.
Look at this, outside of his box. Perfect passes. He's perfect.
Pressure ball into the
Yeah,
corner. You'll have to see it.
Lomon's just every bit of number one, isn't he?
Mm.
What number is he?
31.
31. It's kind of 3 ones
Three,
really.
yeah.
3 times 1 is
3 times better than
3 times. Yeah, 31. This game's just gone a little bit flat, hasn't it?
Yes.
It has, Jan.
I'll take the win.
Do we mind?
Not at all.
Good.
For me.
Not really. I still think
Chelsea was the same.
I still think we've got a bit of quality in us to kind of like.
Yeah, I would like to see us go and kill the game. It's a bit
I think
passive.
I think if they get a bit desperate, I know it sounds a bit over ego, but I think if they did score and they thought, oh shit, we can get something, I think we'd score third when they open up a bit.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just enough.
Yeah.
It was almost perfect that touch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But just a
Still
bit too
keep
much
the ball.
because it almost drew the man in and allowed him to play around him there. Yeah, I think the next 5-10 minutes we need to make sure that Sunderland don't kind of step it up in this little malaise that the game's in, that they don't take advantage because of that. You need to just keep showing that we're dangerous. Go on, follow the bounce.
Go on. Where's that gone?
Oh. So you force them long, win that
Good
back.
pressure.
Not easy there though, good defending.
Winners. Oh.
Eats those, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Benjamin Toppin says, Senna Lomans has me giving standing applauses for basic goalkeeping. Class performance all over the pitch. Must be my new Paddock hoodie. Thank you very much, Ben, for buying the Paddock hoodie. Hope you like it. Hope it's alright for you. Ben Toppin, who we met in America. Very nice guy. Thank you very much. Always on the channel as well. So cheers.
Is that super chat you read?
Yeah, I tried to.
Oh my god.
Good effort
cross
that.
there.
See, that's what you don't want to happen, innit? Red Baron says, Joe going to Paris later as a mime with that shirt. Yes, I will be in the underground there, trying to get some cash. I'd love to learn something like that. I have to do the mime work.
Mimery.
Some kind of
What's
mimery, yeah. Mimicism.
mimicism?
I'd have a go at that bad boy. Do you know clowns? Do you know your face as a clown is like essentially copyrighted to you?
Sorry?
No, you can't. When you become a clown, if you do proper clown school training, you come up with your face paint design, and it has to be unique to every other clown.
So, yeah, I did clowning at university.
Fucking hell, of course you
Clown
did.
society.
we had to have our
course you
own
have.
clown. Mine was like a spiritual clown.
Was it?
Yeah,
Wow.
it wasn't great.
Did you do the face paint?
It was more a bit of we had a nose, and then like it was costume stuff. So we didn't really. I mean, I don't know. Did some people paint?
But apparently,
Do you get extra credit for
there's
that?
I'm not sure.
There's a place in, I don't know if it's London
Mainu
or
coming on.
Paris, where every clown's face
Ever?
Gets painted on like an eggshell or
Wow.
like a ball and stored,
Really?
and you can.
Where have you read this?
Use it as
in,
reference.
in the vaults.
I heard. Oh, let's be honest. I heard it on a podcast,
Wow.
but that's still knowledge.
Clowning around.
That's the
What's
name
it
of the
called?
podcast.
Was it actually?
No. Xhaka taking his customary yellow card there.
Booking in it. Was he not every year? He was like the first to 10.
See, he used to be, didn't he?
Yeah.
We need a Cunha goal, don't we?
He's at home. He's got a yellow card with the date and the name of the game on his wall. You know, like most people frame like shirts or golden boots. He's just got every yellow card he's ever had.
An endless hallway.
Yeah, like when you see the beer mats and like a pub
Yeah.
wall, he's got that with yellow cards. And Bruno coming off then
Kobe Mainu.
for Kobe Mainu, I believe.
Bruno
So
probably.
Bruno
push
pushing
up and
forward a
then-
bit.
I like that.
Well done.
Good
from Bruno.
performance.
Yeah, he's
Got the
played
assist,
well.
didn't he?
Got an assist, done his job.
I think he had more joy in the
Honestly,
first
such a
half,
copy.
quiet second half.
Yeah. It's been a largely quiet second half for both teams, though, hasn't it? The second half generally has
most
been
part,
a
yeah.
quiet game. Big
I've-
cheer
I've
for
missed
Go on,
the-
Kobe!
Big
games.
cheer for Mainu.
Only
no
15 minutes.
Idle says maybe a bit early, but what does a win here mean?
3 points.
3 points.
3
Yeah.
points. Yeah, I mean it does put a little bit of air out of the old valve of Amarim's future. But if you lose 4-0 and look like you can't be arsed against Liverpool next week, it's all irrelevant, isn't it?
And I don't think Liverpool.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. It's like a 4-on-2.
That's good.
Oh dear.
Well
Got
done.
away
I
with
just
it.
say,
That's good
now that
defending.
we've defended that, Mainu looks so much faster.
Do you think?
Defending transitions
Yeah.
again. I think he's really worked on that off the pitch because, he was sprinting full pace there and he was really keeping up.
That's good. I think a lot of it is not just with him, but with everyone. It's desire and like the ability to just keep running as well. Fitness is a big part of how well you can defend in transition. Obviously, natural athleticism and pace is going to help you, but a lot of it is, are you sprinting from the very start to the end in those moments? And if you are, you've got a much better chance of keeping up with play. Unless you're like truly like a slug.
Clean sheet would be nice, so I don't think we ever have those.
No.
Can't remember the last one though.
Ineos banned them. We got rid of them when they got rid of
Ran out of detergent.
detergent and that. It's
Although
weird
they
that...
produce
Find the
detergent,
last
don't
I was
they?
going to say, it's weird that when... since they've taken over Man United, I see their stuff in shops way more than I ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You never used
Is
to
that
see
just-
Ineos stuff on people's...
like
that
hand
just-
sanitizer and stuff.
yeah.
Is that not just availability bias, or do you think?
No, because my
you think
sister's
there's
got it.
actually
She
been
doesn't know.
lockdown? Oh, that's very poor.
She's not buying it because it's like
Yeah, true.
paying for new transfers and that.
Funding Belabra, January.
What have you made of Belabor start to the season? Because obviously you're a big fan of his, and then this kind of downturn that he's had.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
We'll
We'll just see how this plays out.
way over.
I don't think it's really reframed my perspective on him that much. Maybe the mental aspect of, you know, if he struggles to cope with the noise around him simply out of transfer rumours, then how will he deal when things don't go his way at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a consideration, but I'd still be massively pro his signing and pro bringing him in. I think the quality is still there. I to be honest, I hope we revisit it in January, but I know that that's
Tough.
pretty tough to do.
In terms of like how he's looked, because I've seen some clips and bits of him kind of looking like, for lack of a better phrase, he's not that bothered. Like he's
a bit off it.
Yeah, like balls bouncing instead of sprinting, and he's kind of jogging a little bit. Is that always been a part of his game? And he's kind of, or do you think there has been a notable like he looks like he's?
No, I think
he
there
wants to be
genuinely
somewhere
has
else?
been
that?
a little bit of a change, and I think, you know, it's been picked up on by Hertzler that, you know, they. I think he's clearly got his head in Manchester. That's
Not the same level of intensity that you'd expect from him.
No, because he is a player that does play with a lot of intensity and
Yeah.
usually will be chasing down every ball and you know, pressing and running about. And yeah, maybe it's a little bit worrying, you know, but
If it takes 15 million off his price tag,
yeah.
it might be all right. Keep the ball.
Oh, he's got very.
That's what they've got to think about as well, isn't it?
Precise, wasn't
Cesco, find him.
Oh, don't.
it? Might be worth
It just
booking
it was sometimes you were never first to that ball.
It's why I always hope Casemiro doesn't get a booking early, because he's just a liability after that.
Was that
Chelsea's
Casemiro?
not, because he's always late. You know, in the challenge, he's always a
Yeah.
sec late.
I actually don't mind that as a booking though, you know, to stop the counter
I
attack.
don't think he was going anywhere. He
He was flicking it backwards, possibly going to lose it to Cunha.
In our,
3 Sunderland players that were coming the other way.
in our
that could
defensive
Yeah.
third,
hit the
though.
ball. Yeah.
I think we could have won it back, personally.
10 to go.
Yeah,
Benjamin Toppin again, or Ben Toppin says, personally I think the clean sheet is a bigger deal than the win alone. Huge boost of confidence for
I
the
agree.
squad. I agree as well. Let's get it first. Also, it'd be a lot and a big sort of, even though it might not have relied on loads of top saves, a really nice start for Lomans as well.
Yeah.
Full-time productions. Now that this game is won, have
a
you
minute.
never watched us before? How close will Arsenal get to not winning a trophy again this year? I can't even answer that because this game isn't won. If they get a goal any time before the 90th minute, we'll have a job on our hands getting 3 points. Tom Houghton says Joe looks like a hipster hamburglar today. Yeah, I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. Joe, you're thinking of the Bader Meinhof phenomenon.
You didn't say the phenomenon.
Did someone else say it?
Do you know the film Moneyball?
Yeah.
It's based on whatever that principle was, Hatterberg moment.
Hatterberg. Oh right.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like. What is that?
It was more
baseball,
of a
yeah,
was,
I thought it would be baseball.
I don't really know much about it, so I don't know why I'm talking about it.
Well,
but
you saw the Wikipedia.
I did. Yeah, it was something to do with. It was like his last, as he walked off, he got a home run. His last. So I don't know if it really applied. I think it was the wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. But there's I like it when that happens though.
Yeah.
Like was it Stuart Broad, the cricketer? Like his last ball was a wicket and stuff like that, and you're like, I didn't. Like last innings.
What's the
not
best
out.
like football?
Well, like
example as
Alistair
well?
Cook's last innings was a century and stuff as a batsman. Like little things like that. That's fucking great. I love all that.
Do you like cricket?
Yeah.
Like
I do like it. Yeah. You're a fan, aren't you, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I haven't
Especially
got, I haven't
test
got a
matches.
clue when it comes to
Yeah.
cricket,
You're
to
not?
be honest, no.
It's good. I mean, I only watch like test matches in predominantly England. I watched all of England stuff really.
Yeah, it's weird because Test cricket's meant to be the most boring, but I think it's the most interesting and entertaining for me.
Yeah.
But I'm a big sports guy anyway.
You'll watch your Tiddlywinks Championship if it's on nearby, won't you?
Since a young age, I was always like big into just any
Go on,
sport.
Go on.
Here we go.
Go on. Go
That
on,
was a
go on.
sort of phantom knock-on from Cesco there. Did you
Well
notice
done.
that?
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
tackle.
He didn't even knock it on, but
Yeah.
it had the effect of a knock-on.
Aura.
He used to play for.
Who are we looking at?
Is it not?
Gertrude.
Gertrude. He used to play in the
Yeah.
Dutch league, didn't he?
Feyenoord?
Yeah, I think it was Feyenoord.
Ooh, it's a good challenge.
Feyenoord to Leipzig.
Was
This
it?
game to bed.
Yeah, you're right. Feyenoord to
Ball knowledge.
good stuff. And he's only on loan at Sunderland, eh? What a player. Corner to United.
Has Yoker come off yet? Goalless.
Rent free.
Yep.
I could see
Didn't
what
know what happened there.
Fucking hell, it's happening for Cooney units.
Stinker and hooked, he's saying.
Line,
Is he off?
go on lineups.
He's still on.
They're desperate for him
He's
to
still
get that.
pacing around with his 6.3 rating. The fact that he didn't take the penalty when Saka was on the pitch is interesting as well.
As it should, Saka's the guy, not him.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You would think. Interesting here. Suvik Bhattacharya says, no. Hatterberg had to play to get the system going. Watch the movie. I've seen Moneyball a few times, but I forget the specific
Sorry,
names.
I don't know anywhere near enough about it to be
It's a
talking you
fantastic
through
film
that.
if you haven't seen it.
I've
I don't
seen it,
remember
yeah.
Yeah, I've had it
every detail of
suggested to me a
obviously.
few times.
Have you not seen it?
No, I need to get it on
Really
the watch
good.
list. Yeah.
Based on a true story as well, if that helps you. Alan
Pitt, isn't
Smith. Joe looks like the Quorn burglar. I'll eat a ham if I want.
A ham.
Danny Wilde is my member for 52 months. Thank you, Danny. The gaffer needs to tell Lomans or Alta
Yeah, he's
who's
got his
number one
clean
for the
sheets.
Yeah.
foreseeable, as there's nothing worse than being a defender not knowing who's in goal. One love. I think today will. I wonder. It'll be interesting to see who starts next week, won't it?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't understand if now he went back and put Bayendir back in.
No.
I don't think Bayendir is good enough to stake a claim to be number one. It's,
Oh, good head. Good touch there. Winnis. Well done. Thought they were going to win 4 headers in a
Yeah.
row there.
I feel like we are
Bothers me stuff like that.
lingering towards
get rid.
a result here.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Go on.
Inching.
Go on.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh! He almost danced past him
Yeah.
without touching the ball there.
I was like,
That was a great pass from Bruno, that.
Yeah.
oh.
Through!
That's
out.
That ball went out anyway.
Played
Went
that
out
in.
anyway.
It's got to be.
Steve Doyle says Ruben has OCD or some shit with centre-back changes. It is worth pointing out, though, that
We play one more than
different when
we
you
usual.
play
one
more than
more,
most
yeah.
teams. Yeah, and
One more.
also they end up being...
They're being asked to do a lot in them channels,
Yeah,
aren't they? So
they're running
maybe
up
it's
and
a-
down a lot more than most centre-backs are. And also...
Tested.
Yeah.
And I do think we get to a
Did
point in
well.
the game where it's like, you know, really now what do we have to fear? Balls into the box if they get desperate.
Yeah, get Maguire on.
Yeah.
Second ball.
Frantic clicking from Ben there off camera. Not sure what that was. Yeah. Click it 1,000 times really quick, that usually fixes it.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to listen. Pick it up!
What's your clicks per
Oh, take your
minute?
time, lad.
CPM. Well done, look at that. Like a young Iker Casillas.
Indeed.
Talking about cricket, says Ibrahim Shanbog. What are your predictions for this year's Ashes Down Under? I think we will lose.
Yes.
Australia are heavy favourites.
Yeah. I could see a
that.
draw and they retain it as well.
The only saving grace
Maybe a 1-1.
is for Australia is they have an opener issue,
Ahmad, go on.
and
Hey?
They also have
way.
a very old seam attack. They're all 30 plus, but they're all good. But
They're
it depends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, England needs to come out swinging. England should have won the last Ashes, and that bothers me.
Yeah.
But I think away we'll probably lose like we always do.
If the series is anything like the England-India one,
It's
I'll enjoy
fantastic,
it.
wasn't it?
yeah,
How many Ashes wins away from home have we had in our lifetime? Is it just the one?
Was it 2011?
Yeah.
I can only think of that one.
Alistair Cup.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think
only
it's
one I
2011.
can think of.
2009.
For
maybe.
people that don't really watch cricket anyway, some people are like very casual with it. They still try and tune into what the Ashes result is, just because it's like a big thing between England and Australia, just nationally.
It's a pain in the arse of the Ashes
Like
because
a-
you wake up to the last like 50 minutes of play.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's alright.
So even if people that don't watch, you're like, hope, people might still like casually think, hope England win.
Yeah.
It's like a big
The Ashes is a big sporting
thing
isn't it?
for between the countries, between England and Australia beef.
The beef. Yeah. Like Trans-Pacific beef.
Oh.
I saw that footage pop up on Twitter the other day. Shane Warne, when it's in the 2020, you know, when they're mic'd up
Yeah.
and he's chatting with the commentator about Pakistan batsman or something who's just come in, like what he's going to do, and he talks him through like 4 balls in a row. I'm going to try and bait him out here.
Oh yeah,
and then I'm
right,
going to
he's
swing it
mic'd
back.
up.
He's mic'd up, and he's kind of laughing.
Yeah.
And then he does exactly what he says. He takes the wicket. Absolutely brilliant.
It is so good. I think he's the best.
Yeah.
I didn't see enough of Muralitharan just because obviously he got the Ashes and the focus on Warne so much, but I think he's the best bowler I've ever seen, Shane Warne.
Does anyone want a third or not? Asked?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah. Are you dishing it up now? Good effort. Unlucky. Cooney. I like how you said that, like,
Yeah.
we've got like fries on the table,
Yeah,
like,
like,
does anyone
you're
want a bit
offering
more
out.
or are you not? But I'll finish these, these. Does anyone want a third goal or? I'd absolutely love a third goal. But I'm more than chuffed with 2-0. If it can stay that way. How many minutes?
troubled, have we? Other than that,
No.
first minute.
How many minutes stoppage time are we thinking? 3?
3 or 4.
Usually with three.
not-
If they usually just add one on if the game's tight.
Yeah. Get in there. Oh, you can't be coming out from past both of you with a ball like
I
that.
can see him going.
There's still been
4 or
too
5.
much of that this game. That's the one thing I think. There's been a few duels like back to back to back, and we've lost 2 or 3 in a row.
Oh, have you let that slip through?
And that's too much. Foul him. Fucking
no.
take him down. How much space do you give him?
Well,
Good
that's
save. Good save. What save? Come on. What a save by Lamont. Fucking great save.
From that position, we're so used to the idea of just a
Oh, that
keeper
just
not,
goes in,
might as
doesn't
well
it?
not being there.
It was a
Like,
good save, actually, to be fair.
5
minutes somehow.
There's nothing happened.
Literally nothing's happened.
I was so conditioned to expect that to just go in.
Yeah, me too. I genuinely thought that's
Was he
one.
on
That's 2-1.
side? Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's
Comfortable
not a
save,
very good
but-
finish, is it?
No,
But save
not,
it.
that doesn't suit the agenda.
Don't
though.
care.
I'm saying it.
Yeah, save it.
It's incredible.
You
finish
see,
and incredible
occasionally when a bad keeper, you see him kick their foot out to try and stop it
stick
and
it
actually
in,
move
yeah.
their foot to out the way of it almost. Just reaction kick. But it was relatively comfortable and a straight aim. Good comment. I like this from Daniel Wilson, super chat. Says I'm tired of hearing about Amrim and centre
Winners?
back subs.
Yeah!
There we go. That was actually good.
That was.
Because that's absolutely sums all the
91st
momentum
minute of the
out of
game.
Sunderland, yeah. Really good claim and cross there from Lomans, and he's followed it up with an absolute spooner of a kick.
Cesco.
ref.
That's a foul.
Free kick,
Come
ref.
on.
It's one of those that's I call it the Shaq rule, man. I feel like if it's a smaller striker,
Yeah.
it might look a bit more egregious.
Yeah, he's too big to be hurt by something as minimal as that. Sorry, I want to get to Daniel's super chat because I think it's good.
Still is.
It's a point worthy
I feel
of
like
making.
that span because it felt
Yeah.
like it was
Did,
going, the trajectory was, and then it hit the line and went in.
Daniel says, I'm tired of hearing about Amrim and centre-back subs. We went from having very injury-prone players to where they aren't injured anymore. He's fixed our injury issues.
Hit it.
Doggo! Chippy!
Oh, almost a score.
He should have shot.
Cunha. Yeah, I think if he hits that,
I think that's a good point from Daniel. We've got
How's he not won the corner?
centre-backs who have had injury issues down the years. Luke Shaw's not been injured this season. De Ligt was barely injured last season. Obviously Maguire's been up and down with his injuries, but generally speaking, we managed
Yoro's
to
had a
keep
couple,
place
hasn't
third. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
But
think the
not since
periodisation.
No,
I mean, we
Early
complain
on.
about the substitutes every game, but clearly
Yeah.
working in terms of the workload that being.
And I think the thing as well is, if you're losing matches, every decision you take, people can rightfully or sort of argue that it's the wrong decision.
And you associate it with the loss.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
The result.
So that's why the system's bad, the subs are bad, the this, that and the other's bad. You start winning games and everything you do is just confirmation bias, isn't it? Everything you did led to that win.
Yeah.
At the moment it's the opposite. We've got 2.5 minutes here for what would be, I'm going to say it, the most comfortable win under Ruben Amorim in the Premier League.
Quite
If
possibly.
it happens, just in terms of second half, Sunderland have offered nothing whatsoever, have they?
No, but I still I could cry about the goalkeeper.
I know.
We get to 10 Premier League wins as well under Amorim.
Oh,
Brilliant. In a row? Yeah. No, in a year.
I don't believe that.
is that
ever
against
happens.
current Premier League teams?
The thing is, I was going to say, I can confidently say that I don't think that ever happens because I don't think many teams in the Premier League today go 10 in a row.
No, that's title
that's
winning
true.
form, isn't it?
Yokere's update. He's
No
gone
way.
from a 6.4 to a 6.3
scored.
rating. No, his rating's got worse. I think he's misplaced
Yes.
a pass.
Come on.
No foul. That's not a foul.
They're just going to boom that in the box there from there.
Just don't concede this now.
There's not enough time, I don't think, for them to
I'm surprised.
equalise, but I'd be
surprised he didn't
devastated
boom
if
it
they
in the box.
scored.
Yeah.
I think it was the centre half went up to
Why did they
thinking
do that?
he was going to boom it in the box, and then
Get rid. Just get rid.
and then the guy just took a quick free
All
kick.
right,
Lovely.
you do it.
Ref.
Yes,
Yes,
we'll have
well
that.
Well done, dogs.
There we go.
Well done. He did really well there, dog.
Yeah,
I
very
thought
good.
just boot it, and
Very
instead
good.
he played out.
Didn't see anyone ahead of him, did he?
What's the stats saying for this game?
The stats. I'm not going to go on them yet because I don't want to see the final score, but we'll get into that in a second. Sorry. Red Baron says cricket is for upper class people, isn't it? Weirdly, in terms of participation in England, that's very much the idea.
The world
but
over,
across
though.
the world,
Yeah.
that isn't necessarily the case at all. Like, look at places like India and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not an upper class sport whatsoever. But in England, a little bit. Ben Topping says Lomans is an actual strict upgrade by India.
I'm going to take that.
Yeah. Goodbye.
I'm going to take that by.
I mean, he's still our second choice keeper, so we probably should be a bit nice to him. But
Yes, there we go.
that might be it. That might be full time, you know. Robbie says, I'm away watching the game on mute on Premier Sports, so I don't have to hear Gary Breen say, in terms of 15 times every minute. I think we might get a full time here. I think United might have won a game in the Premier League
Surely not.
with a clean sheet.
I think there's another twist in this.
A twist in the tail.
Yeah.
Lomans addresses the ball from the goal kick here. Come on, give us a clean sheet and a goal and a win.
I'm ready to applaud this goal kick.
Yes, there we go. Oh, that felt lovely. That was lovely.
Beautiful stuff.
Second half, comfortable, a cruising win for Man United. And how many times have we said that in the last, not just 12 months, since the start of last season, since the start of the season before actually, we've barely won any games comfortably. Fantastic. United up to 8th with 10 points. Obviously, it's still not good enough with a lot of teams still to play. But Tom, just quickly, obviously we're back for the review in a minute.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the game?
It was routine, wasn't it? You just need to see more of that against these kind of teams. We can't be making hard work of these games. We scored a couple of goals, as I say, in the first half. We were worth it from that 20 minutes of pressure or so. You get them goals and the whole complexion of the game changes. It's that, you're not ticking along thinking we should have scored, we should have put this to bed, and then they come back into it. And I think we were quite comfortable in the second half. Didn't need to take too many risks, and I think they ran out of ideas, really. Comfortable game.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah, completely the same, to be honest. It was just nice to not have to deal with those moments of kind of bad luck and shifts in momentum. Very, very solid. Really liked what I saw from a lot of players, which we'll go into. But yeah, very happy.
And Ronaldo, your thoughts?
I think it was comfortable, and the clean sheet is the biggest factor. I thought Cesco was brilliant today. Lamens, very, very good start. I'm hoping he keeps it because we're dying for a keeper that's good. So I'm praying he is.
Say about Lamans.
And I think he was solid today. The cross claims we were cheering them like winners.
That'll do it for me.
And
That'll do it for me.
Wonderful.
2-0, comfortable. A little bit of a better feel-good factor going into the international break, and I think the clean sheet is big.
Yeah,
And I thought I was worried about it being nervy second half, but I think it was comfortable enough in the end.
Ned the Red says, statistically, we've had a clean sheet under Amin when Lomans has started in net. That means we should start him every single game. And Martin says, we are back, boys. We will be back in a few minutes for the full post-match review, so stay where you are. You'll automatically be redirected to that. A little sigh of relief. Not the pressure isn't gone on Amorim, obviously, but just as a fan of Manchester United, it's always good to win games. 2-0, comfortable as well. Made easier work of Sunderland than pretty much anyone else has this season. Good result. Thank you, Tom.
Apart from Burnley, who beat them 2-0 at home the first game.
Yeah, but we did it easier.
3 out of 3 at home.
Stay where you are. We're back for the full review in a few minutes. Finally, a win. We'll see you in a bit.